Podcast is intended for mature audiences. The views and opinions expressed are those of the panelists and do not reflect in any way those of the podcast partners, sponsors, or affiliates. Enjoy.
Hi, this is Michael Buffer, and you're listening to the Voice of the People. Let's get ready for Boxing Voice.
Every day I'm hustling, 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 hustling. Every day I'm hustling, every day I'm hustling, every day I'm hustling, every day I'm hustling, every day I'm hustling.
Sensitive thugs, y'all all need hugs. 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 Sensitive thugs, y'all all need hugs.
Body punching. When I was hitting him with body punching, I heard him actually, he was crying in there. You were saying that Biggs was crying when you hit him? Yes. When did that happen? And perhaps the fourth round on.
BoxingVoice.com.
So that you knew you had him by that time. Absolutely, but I knew he was tough and taking those punches.
Dibiase Productions.
Making women gestures like, oh.
Let's go, champ.
It's the champ, Shannon the champ, with the fake champ, Vitaly Vladimir Klitschko.
BoxingVoice.com.
I'ma treat him like he's a C+ fighter. I'ma dominate, I'ma dog this fight.
I'm talking about punishment. We're gonna punish you for 12 rounds. Either the referee says you had enough, or you can say you had enough, or you can stay your ass there all night until you ain't had enough.
Hey, I feel I'm the best in the sport, and to be the best, you got to beat the best. And all I did was beat opponents. I worked my way from the bottom to the top. I won a title by beating top competition and top fighters. This guy was hands title, he's a paper champion.
Do you feel that you're the best super middleweight right now?
100%.
Let's go, champ.
He can bring the pressure. He can box. I'm a true champion. I'm willing to go to his turf in Atlantic City. I'ma step on him. I'ma crush him. Y'all can mark my word to this. I'ma crush him. He's a C+ fighter. I'm an A+ fighter. Come Saturday night next week, all the fans tune in because I'ma dominate. This guy is flat-footed, swing wild. I'm not worried about who his trainer is because his trainer can't get in there and fight for him.
Dibiase Productions.
BoxingVoice.com. BoxingVoice.com.
Show off.
What up, what up? Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another edition of the Boxing Voice Radio flagship Thursday previews and predictions, plus news, notes, and all the fabulous headlines that are out there. Thank you for choosing us to listen to this fine Thursday evening at 7 p.m. Eastern on the East Coast, 4 p.m. on the West Coast, 6 p.m. Central. Alexander Dumatron is activated. What it do?
Champy, I see you showing off right now,
Listen, man, it's Thursday. You got to unwind. And my man Jay always said, know what I'm saying? You got to have a J when you're listening to Jay. So that's what we're doing today, man.
So what you saying? You the Jay-Z of the boxing podcast?
I'm the Jay-Z of the boxing, man. I gave him the blueprint, man. Follow my lead, man.
Well, let's go, champ.
Dumatron activated.
We are activated, Champy Lampy. Good to be back tonight on the flagship show, Thursdays. You already know how we get down. We got a couple of main topics there, and definitely some preview and predictions talk to have. And what can I say, man? When you think you're the best, you just think you're the best. And when you believe you're the best, you sometimes just say things that only the best can say.
Or that people would just consider crazy and outlandish.
Ooh.
Oh!
Now, wait a minute. Am I crazy for thinking I'm the best?
Are you crazy for saying that you could beat the best?
Oh!
I don't know, man. I'm like
I mean, do you fight in a division or do you fight in any division? That'll let you know how crazy the statement is. You know what I'm saying? Like, listen, no more ring around the rosy. The gloves is off. The love is done. We talking Terence Crawford. and how he believes he'd beat Canelo Alvarez. Look, I guess there's nothing wrong with him thinking it. You know, Floyd thought it, but I mean, Earl must be thinking it since it's been a topic that's been, you know, brought up to him, and Canelo's mentioned him in the fight. So I'm sure Earl's give it a thought whether or not he could beat Canelo. But Crawford's never really been in that conversation with Canelo. I mean, I like that he's putting himself in there because I used to tease Crawford fans about that. Like, yo, if your man's so good, then why ain't Canelo looking at him? Why the writers aren't saying, oh, Crawford would beat Canelo the way they're saying, oh, Crawford and Earl would be a great fight, right? So, like, finally, he's forcing that attention on him and telling the world, look at me the way you would look at Earl. I can beat Crawford the way you assume Earl can fight. I can beat Canelo the way you assume Earl can fight Canelo. I can beat him. I like it, though. I like it. Listen, this is the type of crossover attention that he's going to be able to garner by doing things like this. You know, you talk about the pound-for-pound king, and this isn't the first one, let me tell you. He's already said it. Like, he says, I feel like I'm the best fighter. I feel like I'm the number one fighter. I'm pound-for-pound number one. So, you know, he's been saying the right things ever since this fight with Porter has been signed, sealed, and delivered. The first beautiful statement was, like Ali said, I'm going to show y'all how great I am now that he's got an opponent that we deem worthy. So, you know, Crawford is just on a mission. I don't think him saying he could beat Canelo really means anything more than that he thinks he can beat Canelo.
Get the fuck out of here, man. Please.
Hey, listen, man. You started at 140. He started at 135. I mean, look, we've seen weirder things happen.
Final round.
Who am I to say he can't get it done? I guess the best thing you can do is look spectacular in the Porter-Crawford fight.
Mm-hmm.
And then maybe this statement starts to hold weight.
Absolutely.
Because once upon a time, Canelo said he won't fight Jake Paul. Once upon a time, Once upon a time, he said he won't fight Demetrius Andre. You know, he did an interview with Brian Custer. He still said he won't fight Demetrius Andre. He did an interview with Brian Custer. He said he doesn't know if he'd fight Jake Paul. Maybe. We'll see, he says. So Crawford needs to put his foot in the door.
I have the balls to work hard without testing positive for illegal substance. Why don't you have the balls to work hard without testing positive for illegal substance? The question was about the drugs, and the only thing you've talked about is blah, 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 bullshit sweeping under the rug. Or what? Or what?
Angry Canelo. Don't get Canelo mad, Crawford.
Did he say chata? Chata, fuck up. You know what I'm saying?
He said, get me on horchata before I fuck you up.
My boy got mad quick. Chata, fuck up. Oh, man. Yo, I love this new Canelo, bro. Oh, man. My soundboard
Question is, do you love this new Crawford, though?
I love it. I can't say no. This guy, we've had our and not just us, right? Because obviously this is the voice of the people, and many have, said that he hasn't faced that test, but he's done well with the opposition that he's been given, and I just think that this is it for him. This is the one where he's gonna say, whether he wins, whether it's a draw, this performance here is just going to be a new pendant or a new trophy, might you say. I think this is going to be a classic fight, sort of like Marvin Hagler and Hearns, that type of style. And I know this because Porter always brings 100%. He always brings a fight. And as much as Crawford is a great boxer on the back foot, I think that this fight is really going to be a real fight for him. We're going to get to see even more skills from Crawford. And so what if he feels like he could beat Canelo? I mean, look, man, I feel like I could take on Goliath, right? I mean, David thought, David knew something deep down inside why he could take on Goliath. Maybe Terence just knows something we don't, Obviously, he's a smaller man, and it's hard for us to believe that, right? but he has a good frame. I've always seen that. He towers over Porter. Who knows? I mean, but one thing's for sure: Father Time is there. So, when would that happen? And how fast could you put on weight? I mean, where would you meet? I think it's a fairy tale talk, but can't get mad at him for thinking that he could beat Canelo, right? We didn't get mad at Earl for it.
Payday. You want payday? I know that.
Oh man, they all chasing the payday, huh?
I mean, look, until someone is actually competitive with Canelo, they all just want the payday, bro.
I mean, but there's nothing wrong with it, right? I mean, if I'm a fighter, I'm getting my face beat in, I'm taking risks. I want to get paid. Everybody wanted the Floyd fight. This is the situation Canelo finds himself in these days. And I'm not mad at anybody for trying to get that, payday. Your soundboard does it better.
Payday. You want pay?
We all want a payday. But obviously that's just talk. But he did have that stuff to say about Earl. I know you read it on how he's stationary. Earl's right there for the picking. If he were to fight Canelo, he'd be destroyed because of that. I think the quote was, he's gonna give him everything he wants. And I mean, what do you think about that? Because Earl Spence Jr. tends to, walk forward. That one time with Porter, he showed us different skills, right? Or was it with Porter or Mikey? I'm sorry, with Mikey.
Yeah. You mean Earl walked through Mikey?
No, remember when Earl fought Mikey? He kind of, he didn't just press forward. You remember he tried to box a little fight. So I'm thinking to myself, like, Crawford's telling everyone that, that forward style, stationary, quote unquote style, because I think he does move a bit, but I get it. He plants his feet to throw punches. He says Canelo's just there. He would give Canelo everything Canelo needs in order to like put the mittens on him because of that stationary style. What do you think?
I think he's clout chasing, but this is what we've asked him to do. We've asked him to put his name out there and force his name in the media, but I think he's clout chasing. I mean, nothing on Crawford's resume has indicated to me that he would ever be able to step in the ring with Canelo Alvarez. He's never been considered a big guy, but don't get me wrong, that might change after this Porter fight. I mean, we've seen the face-off. He looks huge, so maybe, people will start to say things like he's filling into the division or, he's grown into the division. One of the two. But right now, I don't see him as a threat for Canelo. I don't think that Canelo takes him seriously. He needs to make that statement. He needs to make a statement to get on Canelo's resume, or rather radar, excuse me.
Well, I think, as you said, the size, I don't know. The suit sometimes doesn't tell the whole tale, right?
The suit? You're right. He's hiding his muscles under the suit, but I don't know that those must see. Here's the thing. Canelo versus Crawford, what weight is it going to happen at? It's got to happen at 168.
Wow. Yeah, Canelo's never coming down.
Canelo's never coming down to 54. And who in the fuck is Crawford to make Canelo come to 54? Not make him, but like entice him. He can't even entice him. Listen, he could knock out Porter in the first second of the first round and still won't garner a Canelo fight. So I don't really, he's got to move all the way up there, bro. He's got to get it, like, maybe if he gets some clout, which he don't have the clout of Earl in Texas, where that fight makes sense for Canelo. Maybe if he gets that sort of clout, maybe if the public wants that fight the way they wanted the Earl fight, maybe that fight could be done at 164 catch weight. Maybe. Highly doubt it.
Well, where were we pressing Earl or Spence Jr. to meet if he was to get Canelo? 160, right?
Earl was going to get a catch weight. Earl was never going to get 160.
So he would have to weigh in more.
Earl was going to get a 164 catch weight, 163, 162 because he deserves it, because he's the other half of the draw. Crawford got to prove that position in order to get that leniency in the contract. If you ain't bringing nothing, I'm giving you the biggest payday of your life plus the biggest recognition in the fight you can get. Why would I also give you a 164 and me lose 4 extra pounds to benefit you? Like, no, just come up and be sluggish. I don't care. You want the fight. You understand? Like, these people put in 160 and 164, they're real dumb. The A side is going to say, yeah, I'll suck down. I'll be the one that weight drains. You just got to eat a few pound cakes. I'm going to suck down. Shut up.
So I like pound cake. Pound cake and vanilla ice cream. Oh, man. You know what I'm eating these days? Carrots.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, carrots.
They're good for the eyes, Chico.
Good for the eyes, broski. Yep. Keeping it light now, but yeah, again, broski. I believe that Bud Crawford it is definitely one of the candidates for pound. He just has to do a couple of things. Obviously, right now, Canelo has just done, some pretty amazing things in the last couple of years.
It's crazy. So. The poll is so backwards. Like, people literally thought Earl had a shot. But the dude that they thought would beat Earl doesn't have a shot, right? So Canelo versus Crawford at 168, who wins? That's our poll. 4 minutes out, 72%. Canelo smokes this guy. He's too small. 28%. Crawford schools him like Floyd. What do you think, champ?
Damn.
Those are your only 2 choices. What do you think?
Considering, you want to ask me what I picked?
Those are your 2 choices. You only got 2.
I thought I was gonna hide in the pool. No, just kidding. I picked Canelo, doggy. Canelo smokes this guy.
Too big. Small. He smokes this guy.
Hey, this guy. Listen,
smokes him like a pack of new pots.
Listen, when you got 2 greats and one is just more, a little weighs more and stronger. You know what's going to happen. This is not just like one okay guy against the smaller great guy. This is 2 great fighters. One of them is just stronger. You know what I'm saying? Bigger, faster, has faced more styles. I don't know. It's different, man. But that's just, that's my belief.
LV Slugger says, if Bud stops Porter, that fight can happen.
Can you hit him with the... I don't even know what to hit my boy.
We need that Selena right now. Somebody send me the Selena. I'm dreaming
of you tonight.
Nah, but we gonna X out the you. We're just gonna say tonight because he's dreaming tonight. Like Crawford getting that fight. I don't see that happening. Honestly, this is exactly what it is. Crawford put his name in the media. He's gonna get us all talking, and that's the best thing. But I don't see this fight. Think about it, man. The man's 34, and we just getting Crawford versus Porter.
You would say he's at the last leg of his career, right?
I'm not saying he's at the last leg. I'm saying based off his resume, he won't get Canelo till he's 68.
Yeah, and how we would have to get someone that's really I guess studied the field of physiology and how quick can you put on that type of weight and what's healthy and what's not. It'd be great to reach out to one of our friends in the boxing community that knows about this stuff, right? Because like you could imagine like going from 147 to 168, like what, like you're gonna put muscle on, like how are you gonna do this? Like what do you normally walk around in? Those are the questions right there, because he has somewhat of a frame. I don't know how tall he is. I don't know if box strike be lying too. So
I don't know, my friend. Yo, why I can't see you? This is so weird.
You can't see me because I'm with my man.
Strange here, strange.
I'm gonna have to say, if you believe you the best. Yo, why you joining the live now, champ?
No, I can't get you on here. This is weird, but all right, whatever.
See, I hit you with the Matrix hack, dog. Sorry about that.
Yeah, you did some weirdness, bro. You're always doing weirdness.
I activated Dumatron mode. 75-25, a perfect number as far as cutting the pie equally. So a quarter of the people on tonight's chat, obviously, believe that Crawford has a 25% chance of schooling him like Floyd. and 76% now shift. Canelo smokes this guy. Is too small. This fight would be some like crazy like super fight in like 2-3 years from now. Like I don't know.
2-3 years, hopefully. Listen, hopefully, like the super chat said, if he knocks out Porter, maybe this fight can happen. Maybe people start clamoring for bigger Crawford fights, and his promoter takes that chance on him again. Really, that's all it's about. Is the promoter, or is he going to get out of that contract to allow himself the ability to make these big fights? But we got the axiom that says Bud needs to beat Charlo at 154 before Canelo talks can be serious. Has to be at 168. And I would love the Jermell Charlo fight. They had talks. They had beef. They had back and forth. Give us that fight. Can you imagine that build-up? Oh, that's the fight to make. Crawford versus Jermell. I love it.
Why are these fights so difficult to make? Is it still because of the promotions dealing with themselves and not wanting to cross promote? Or have
if you're Bob, think about it, man. You've been paying Crawford $6 to $4 million. His last whatever amount of fights, you just can't afford to have him lose. How do you recoup your money? You need to string him along until you can put him in the big pay-per-view fight. And this isn't the big pay-per-view fight that they wanted, because they've already lost on 2 of his pay-per-views with Khan and with Victor Postal. But honestly, this is a decent pay-per-view. I just hope they do good enough numbers so that they can keep taking chances with Crawford, because they've really stagnated him by not putting him in the right fights on pay-per-view. Putting Postal and Khan on pay-per-view was weird.
Yeah, I see that. Fax 100 says on the super chat, coward, just clout chasing Canelo to sell his fight. Oh shit! Look at this guy. Hit him with the.
I wonder how many people feel that way. I wonder how many people are gonna feel that he's clout chasing. That this isn't real.
You know what that smells like? Another poll question.
We got T-Zoc.
Whoa, T-Zoc. You got that. T-Zoc 278 says everyone wants money. Cashnello. What's next, heavyweight? Calling out the redhead. Damn. What heavyweight would he take on right now?
Usyk.
And beat him?
Usyk.
Out of all the heavyweights Canelo would take on first, you would put him in there with Usyk first. That's a crazy. If he went and did that, then he'd definitely be the best.
I mean, who's he gonna fight? John Ruiz? If you're Canelo and you going to heavyweight, you ain't going over there to fight no weirdo. You going over there to fight the cruiserweight, who's already the champ.
All right, I'm gonna hit you with another one right after Boxing Expert. Shout out to Boxing Expert. He says, you trash when Ford is in your last name.
Damn. Stop it. Ford Mustang.
Yeah, champ.
Ford, what is it? What's the big Ford? Did they stop making that Dodge Ford? The huge one.
First of all, Dodge
the one Mikey got.
Company.
The one Mikey got.
That's a Ford.
Oh,
pickup.
He said Ford. Damn, that's right. I'm thinking Dodge.
Dodge
Wait,
Ford.
no, but isn't it Ford? I'm telling you, they got a supercar.
A supercar or that big fucking pickup truck that
man, y'all tripping, bro. Ford got a supercar. Let me see. Ford sports car.
Oh, sports car. Isn't it the Mustang?
There it go. It's like the Ford GT what? What's it called? Super, what is it called, man? The one that my man was in Speed Racer, man. Come on. The Ford GT, yo. Stop playing. Mikey got that shit. Mikey got the Ford GT. Then they got the Shelby, which is a Mustang. You know what I'm saying? Then they got the 550. Y'all don't know about cars, man.
Trying to play Ford out.
Don't be trying to play Ford out. And don't forget the Jaguar. Ford makes Jaguar, man. Like, what else you want to be taught, man? Tú no sabes de carro, papi.
He said I was chopping it up before you even.
Look at this. He talking about Ford is whack. Man, give me this, please. I said, give me this, please. Boxing Expert, super chat, man. Let me get this fucking Ford GT right here for 500 grand.
Damn, he said Dodge Viper.
This ain't no. That's the Viper. That's the one I was thinking about. That, but that's not Ford. That's not Ford. This is the Ford I was thinking about, but that's the Viper I was trying to say. Shout out to him. Who said that?
My man's in the KD.
KD knows his cars. KDDR, what up? See, Dominicano soy.
Oh, Boxing Expert on the super chats. Damn, that's a nice one too. That's the 4GT.
Yeah, that's the 4GT, bro. You crazy? My man try to play Ford out like they trash. They no trash. They good car.
Puro Julio Iglesias.
And how many people don't got Ford F-150, 350? Come on, he tripping.
Trippy, Boxing Expert says, un pañalito para Crawfish cuando mire a Caleb como pollo sin cabeza en el ring. La diferencia es más grande que si gapen los dientes. Whoa. He said a little pamper for Crawfish when he sees Caleb. He's going to be like, when he sees Caleb like a chicken with his head cut off in the ring. The difference is much bigger than the gap in his teeth. That
was creative. That was creative.
He said pañalito and shit.
Pañalito.
Yo, he got a pañal.
We got super chat. Go for it.
Oh, Show Kid? Yo, Show Kid, a.k.a. Mini Mike, a.k.a. I'm going to go from one guard to the next and knock your block off. El Loco says, no way Bud beat Canelo, just like it's no way Leonard beat Hagler. You never know. I'm picking Canelo, but things happen sometimes. Hashtag SDS suckers. All right. Show Kid 2005. Let's go, champion. You know what I'm saying? We out here. I think for now, we are squared away. Unless another one has come about from my man Rider of the Storm.
You know what it is? They did an update. That's probably what it is. You notice how it's new, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's new right now. Maybe that. Oh, I know what it is. I gotta go to NDN then. That's what it is. Let me try that. Cause I'm like, yo, why you not up in here, man?
Yeah, you don't got NDI on?
Yeah, that's gotta be it. No, they updated. You know how updates automatic?
Uh-huh.
So I'm assuming. You know,
but you never had NDI on?
I always had that.
Okay. Well, shit. I wonder if my shit is like that, because if yours updated, mine's updated. But while you figure this out, Rider of the Storm. It's a strong name right there, champ. Tim Tszyu versus Bud would be a great fight. Yo, what's up with Tim Tszyu? Is he like just out there?
I mean, he got to fight, don't he?
I mean, I don't know. Do you know him? I don't know the guy. Tim Tszyu should be out here doing his thing, but you know he's probably doing his thing out there. James Benitez, campeón, what up, champy? He says, why not put him against Wilder? He said Wilder can't move. Might be 50-50.
I'm wishing on a star.
Chill, champy. Yo.
Damn. The disrespect to Wilder is crazy. Now they want Wilder because he lost to Fury. He could fight Canelo. What the fuck?
God.
Jeez.
Matter of fact, I think Canelo was pretty cool about it. You know, it wasn't like he was like really like roasting him. He was just pointing out little things that you know he thought he could work on. I didn't really, you know, I didn't really take it as a roast or anything like that. Obviously, the man knows how to box. So if anybody's gonna give me pointers or tell me like, you know, something good, it's gotta be like a guy like Canelo. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, he does need more movement. Obviously, do we even know when he hurt his hand, when he broke his hand? Because I mean, you abandoned ship. I mean, I'm wondering if it's because, you know, he was in pain or whatever it would have been.
Bro,
but
I don't even see the. And let me hang up real quick.
Yo, why?
Give y'all an intermission, man. Let me see. You know, I don't like when things ain't working the way they're supposed to. It freaks me out.
BoxingVoice.com.
Dolla Dibiase Productions.
I must be the greatest. Let's get that done.
I've been here before and I know what it takes. It's hard
hard work, dedication. BoxingWords.com. Mayweather's PB, he's the best.
Win, lose, or draw, we coming to fight. Can't nobody take that away from us. We're coming to fight.
They do what they can, I do what I want.
When you look at how he throws that left hook, it starts out really low. We're going to see what kind of character he has.
And the lefts and rights by Maidana. And it's all Marcos Maidana here. A lot of those punches off his shoulder.
I think anybody out there listening or the key, anybody, you think that that's a dangerous deal to make. I think it's a perfect deal to make.
BoxingWords.com.
15 minutes. Can you be strong for 15 minutes? Can you? Listen, the concentration's leaving a little bit. Pick it up. Pick it up!
Some things about we got to deal with his body shots. I don't think you want to be that close to us. He's talking about letting the left hook go, then you gonna take the left hook. Let's get that done.
Look, the fire's coming. Are you ready for the fire? Look, we're firemen. We are firemen! The heat doesn't bother us. We live in the heat. We train in the heat.
BoxingWords.com.
Let's get that done.
Danny, how much of the difference is it for you at this weight?
You lost weight, man?
Yeah, I'm working out. I lost like 35 everybody's a threat.
Puerto Rico. Miguel
BoxingWords.com.
We're not going to do that. We're going to take this fight against Keith. We're going to get less than you, Keith, but we're going to get more the second time. So go ahead and make it 2 times.
BoxingWords.com. My job is to focus on boxing, going out there being the best that I can be.
All right, you men receive my instructions. Protect yourselves at all times. Obey my commands. I want you to touch gloves now, man. You're boxing at the bell. We'll place and go.
BoxingWords.com. BoxingWords.com.
Saturday, I think somebody's going to get stalked. We don't know who, but, I'm pretty confident in myself. And we're ready.
I must be the greatest.
BoxingWords.com. BoxingWords.com.
Dolla Dibiase Productions.
I must be the greatest.
Let's get that done.
I've been here before and I know what it takes. It's hard work, dedication. BoxingWords.com. Mayweather's he's the best.
Win, lose, or draw, we coming to fight. Can't nobody take that away.
Yo, so yeah, I don't know. They updated fucking Skype and it changed everything. I can't even find the NDI settings anymore.
You have
heard me?
back to the shadow realm.
Yeah, man, some whackness. But we back, man. We're gonna keep talking boxing like this, even though it's not what I wanted. I had a guest, man, but now we can't even have the guest on screen. This is so weird, bruv. Yeah, man, it's not even cool right now. What's going on? I'm not understanding. They're gonna have to do some sort of update, bruv.
Damn, broski. Attack of the agents on the Matrix. The Doom Matrix has upgraded all softwares. No, just kidding. Yeah, guys, sorry for that. It was a little bit of a software update that, through the skip-off course here. We hit some choppy waves. But looks like we have clear sailing right now. Now do me sound bad. Why I gotta sound bad? Now you got me all sad. Telling me right now. Cannot. Yo.
Ness Heyman.
What the fuck are you doing over there driving the boat?
What do you mean, bro? You don't know how to talk, man?
Driving the boat the wrong direction over here.
Call you I'm no one without you.
Fuck up.
So listen, I spoke about it. It was breaking news to me. Wilder broke the silence. Actually, check this cool little thing out. Shout out to Val in Houston. This is a perfect way to give you the second topic, which is Deontay Wilder.
Listen, this beyond me.
All right, ready, steady, hot and spaghetti. News from the death of Deontay Wilder. You head over to his verified Instagram. Wilder had this to say. Last but not least, I would like to congratulate Tyson Fury for his victory and thank you for the great historical memories that will last forever. So this is what was said, and it's strange almost to see the way that people are responding to this, right? Versus accepting that he was the bigger man and realized that he should have congratulated Fury and he handled things poorly. People are asking for apologies for Mark Breland and others. Damned if you do, damned if you don't. That's what I say. Breaking news from the death of Deontay Wilder. So that's it.
Call you head of the.
So right from his death, he finally spoke out, tells Fury he congratulates him, but people are saying that he only did this because ESPN, BT, Sports Center, which had, when I checked it, had 500,000 views and over 16,000 comments, because they've all released that video. I mean, let me go to Sports Center just so you can see it and hear it. And even Shelly, I mean, we got to talk about that. Shelly Finkel goes as far as saying, like, I mean, look, I don't know, is Shelly gonna get fired now? Listen to this.
Wait a minute.
Never mind, Wolf. There's respect. You got me fair and square tonight, that's it. I respect because I'm a man. Don't show sport. Don't show back sport. You're off fair and square. Listen, I've never cheated in my life. I play fair.
Did you hear it?
Yeah. He was in the ring talking to Shelly and shaking his hand and just trying to eat. He was basically just him.
No.
I heard everything else, but what
did you hear it?
Everything, yeah, I heard.
Of course you didn't. I'll play it again. Listen closely with your ears.
Oh.
Listen.
What? Ready?
Go ahead.
I've never cheated in my life. I play fair and square. He's got a bad hatred towards me.
You heard it?
Yeah.
What?
I heard.
What'd he say?
He says that freaking Wilder has hatred towards him.
Oh my goodness. Why he hears everything but that? This dude's deaf, y'all. Again, listen.
All right.
Square tonight, that's it. I respect because I'm a man. Don't show sport. Don't show back sport. You're off fair and square. Listen, I've never cheated in my life. I play fair and square. He's got a bad hatred.
Did you hear it?
You want me to hear Shelly or Tyson?
I'm a motherfucking monster. Yo, did you hear it?
Yeah, bro, but you're being.
What did you hear?
You're being a square. Whose voice are you? I heard Deontay Wilder. I heard Tyson Fury, and I heard Shelly Finkel.
Okay, so, what does Shelly say?
He never said that.
What does he say?
That's what I heard. He never said that.
I never said that. And he don't even say that. He says, "Did you hear me say that?" Or I never said. Let me see it. Let me play it again.
I respect because I'm a man. Don't show sport. Don't show back sport. You're off fair and square. Listen, I've never cheated in my life. I play fair and square.
He said, "Did you hear me say anything?"
Yeah, that's exactly what he said.
Why
did you change your voice though?
Did you hear me say anything? Yo, but should he get fired now? Like, because he's basically telling Fury, like, yo, you know I never believed that shit. I never said anything. Right?
I mean,
am I reaching?
I guess I know where you're coming from. Like, if we're all Team Wilder and Wilder believes everybody should be talking on the same note. But I don't know if that's that. You know, I don't know if that's that.
Oh yeah, you don't know if it's that. All right, here goes the video on SportsCenter, which is now at 600,000.
There's respect.
got to be fair and square tonight, that's it. I respect because I'm a man. Don't show sport, don't show my sportsmanship. You're not fair and square. Listen, I've never cheated in my life. I play fair and square. He's got a bad hatred towards me, I don't know why. But let me tell you, he lost like a man tonight. Put me down 3 times to put him down 4. Great heavyweight fight.
So that's the issue, right? This audio is 8 hours ago, right? So look at the timeline. This is 8 hours ago here, right? If you go to Wilder, Bronzy, you see that his post is 6 hours. So that's what it is. People are like, he felt that pressure, right? You got 700,000 people watched it on one place. Plus, content creators like myself that seen it and created, and now it's, originating in another place. So they're saying that this response of him saying, wow, what a hell of a night. And, did you read it? I mean, you liked it, so you'd read it. So, his response that he put out, they're saying isn't genuine, that it's just a direct response to the backlash he's getting for poor sportsmanship once BT, ESPN, and Top Rank released the audio of him saying, I don't respect you. No, there is no love. There's no love. I don't respect you.
I say that I don't think Deontay Wilder has ever really cared what people say. I think this is genuine. After the heat of battle, many will agree with me. Even Joe Rogan's one of them. And Joe Rogan's opinion kind of falls at somewhat of a good level, especially in combat sports. And when they interview these guys immediately after a fight like that, with punishment, knockdowns, and you're still in that zone. Who knows where his mind was still, he just got beat by the guy, that he thought cheated him, and you just don't know what's going on at that moment. But, the fair game and the fair play is always that, you shake hands afterwards. And maybe, after sitting around, icing up, healing, you're licking your wounds, so to speak. And you're thinking like, what a great fucking battle I had. Maybe it doesn't need to be like this. So, whether you want to dish it off as PR or whatever the fudge you might want to think, I'm going to take it as genuine. He doesn't have to do that. He's never really cared. I mean, well, even if there's been a lot of people that had distaste because of the reaction, what's that really going to do? Like, it's not really hurting him because other people didn't like it. I think it's genuine, man. I think it's genuine.
Well, let's hope that is the case. But I mean, it doesn't even matter at this point. He's still receiving the backlash. Like, he's still receiving the people's opinion. They're still gonna have it, and it is what it is, right? But they're saying he's got us. You're on mute.
Yeah, my bad.
What were you saying?
No, I was gonna say Shinobi.
Oh, they're saying that he's suspended for 6 months though.
So the 8-month projection of him being back in the ring wasn't too bad, eh?
Yeah. I mean, look, they're still saying April, May, and all that's got to happen is, you have a doctor check you out beforehand if you want to make it in the ring sooner. If a doctor finds you fit to fight, you're fit to fight.
Yeah. I mean, look, I would love for him to be, at 100% in 6 months. I think that, he's physically, he's very strong, but more than anything, mentally to be okay, by then. And I don't mean like he got like neurological brain damage or anything like that. What I'm saying is that, mentally, can he come back from another defeat, or excuse me, the first real defeat, because obviously the draw was a draw, but that last time he fought, he had an excuse. He had the the suit thing. He had a lot of this thing. He has no excuse. So it's like, it's you all right there, buddy?
Now I'm trying to get our guest, but I guess this update got Skype buggy, bro. I don't like when people do that. Like, why would you update without beta testing?
They're getting you back here. Agents just karate kicking you over here. It's all good. But yeah, 8 months. I think he could recover, physically. And I mean, though, but like, how much training are you doing? I don't know, man. I just don't know. I don't want him coming back to no big fight either.
I like the Andy Ruiz Cinco de Mayo fight, man. Like, listen, Earl came back to Danny off of a car crash.
I guess I'm most of my choice right now for having him come back to not so much of a competitive crazy fight immediately is because of the punishment he took. I can't just not look at that. Like, he took some heavy shots. Like, I could give him all the credit in the world for standing back up. It was like, it was like crazy. Seeing him stand up over and over, it was nuts. But it can't take away from the punishment he took. So, he just has to come back very, and look, I'm pretty sure, the people in his camp are going to walk him through, with truth always, So who knows, man? Who knows what he'll come back to? Even fighting Andy Ruiz, at least with the Andy Ruiz fight, what I can't give him is obviously a lot of advantages, the reach. And obviously he is a more powerful puncher. And it looks like we have our guest on.
Oh.
And the camera's on. It's very clear, 4K style.
How are you? Listen, so I wouldn't want to butcher your name. So is Nika, right? You got to unmute. Oh, okay, we hear you perfectly.
All right. Okay.
So how do I pronounce your name?
Nika.
Nika, okay, so I did say it right. So I want to tell you, Skype did an update. Normally we would have your face. I mean, we see your face, but our audience who's live with us now, there's about 350 watch, and they would normally see your face, but Skype did an update that it's not letting me, share to the public, but they can still hear you. We do still want to talk boxing with you, and obviously have you back on and introduce you to the public on a physical level. But I know a lot of my audience knows you because they're the one that I've actually recommended I reach out to the infamous Red Cup. I see you sipping from it. So tell the public a little bit about yourself and, where they can find you. You're a content creator like myself. You love the sport of boxing. And thank you for joining us.
Yes, it's Nika on YouTube. I'm a very small YouTube page. So I just got over 1,000 followers not too long ago because I started this thing called Boxing Versus, where I get like boxing fans who love to debate, and they're just debating each other for like 3 rounds for 3 minutes, and then I had like 3 judges to just judge every round, and that's how kind of my page started getting a little bit of a buzz. But I'm a boxing fan. I'm not, that's all, because there's some haters out there who think I'm trying to be like, more than just a boxing fan. But I just do this for fun. I have a job that I work during the day, and then when I have time, I hop on YouTube. So.
Well, thank you for coming on. I did hear about you because of your verses. Our co-host Mario Munguia actually follows you on Twitter, maybe, or follows someone that was part of your verses, and he's like, yo, you got to see what she's doing. And I checked it out, and I definitely respect it. So we reached out and wanted to have you on. Now, Alex,
Thanks for having me.
No, thank you. Alex, I don't know if you want to introduce yourself before we talk some boxing with her.
Yeah, how do I pronounce your name again? I do not want to murder it.
Nika.
Nika, nice to meet you.
All right, you see, I have one of my haters in the chat right now. And this is one of the guys, I'm sorry, I already started drinking, but I already see somebody calling me a drunk. And I know that he's a friend of Ring Boxing IQ. So you could go suck a dick over there on his page, You guys, some of these men really...
Hey, check it out.
Micah,
no,
you can curse. You can curse.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Let me calm down, because then I'm really looking like a drunk when I'm not. But okay.
It's all good. Are you Latina?
You definitely listen. For your haters, there's always gonna be haters, right? But don't give them life. Like, let's say if you see them on the chat talking, they bull. Don't give them the life.
You gotta understand, if you don't read their comment, you don't bring them to life because your audience can't see them. But are you Latin by any chance or mixed? Because you sound like Amanda Serrano.
I'm Puerto Rican and Dominican. Yeah.
Okay, there you go. I knew it. I'm
from
like,
the
yo.
from the Bronx.
Okay. Well, I'm Dominican and he's Honduran, and I heard some Amanda Serrano there. But listen, we got 4 main topics. First one is Crawford saying that he'd beat Canelo. So, what's your thoughts on Crawford saying he'd beat Canelo?
Well, I'm a Crawford fan, so I was like reading all these people in the chat hating on Crawford. But I don't think that he would beat Canelo because I'm also a Canelo fan as well. But I really don't see him saying that anybody would beat him. To be honest, he's just that kind of fighter. It's not like they're comparing him to like a heavyweight or somebody that's like impossible to beat. So I don't see anything wrong with him saying that, to be honest. And like I heard someone say earlier that I think he is trying to get his name back in the media so he can get all these fights and get his name out there to all the fights that the fans want to see because, leave it to everybody. He's not fighting anybody. But I feel like this man could fight Jesus and they're going to say, oh, Jesus was past his prime. He was a nail to the cross. He don't get no points for that. So it don't matter what he do. He's never going to get his just due. So whatever. That's just my opinion on that.
So with this Bud fight, I feel like he'll get a lot of credit. I know what you're saying though. Crawford does receive a lot of hate, and but I just think that everyone loves Porter, right? Everyone loves his style. They consider him a top fighter, and at the very least, I think everyone is calling this a tough fight for Crawford. Whether you think he's gonna win or lose, it's a tough fight for Crawford. And if you can, say your channel again. I'm getting messages asking for your channel.
Knockouts with Nika. Nayka. I'll type it in the chat. Because I'm actually on the chat with my other account. Knockouts with Nika.
All right. What was the other topic? That's the two, John?
Well, we got obviously Wilder breaking his silence and finally congratulating Fury. I don't know if you want to talk about that or talk about the Wilder fight altogether. What were your thoughts this weekend?
I was rooting for Wilder, and I thought he did obviously better than the second fight, but I just think some fighters have your card and your number, and Fury's one of those guys that has Wilder's number. He's no matter how many changes he does in his camp, Fury's gonna have his card. He's too big and too skilled to do anything with this guy. I feel like maybe Wilder worked more on strength and not conditioning because he just gassed out so quick. He kind of went balls to the wall in the first round. And I don't know what round he got his eardrum busted, but it looked like he definitely didn't have his equilibrium for the remaining of the fight. So that was pure heart and that carried him through the fight. Not to mention he was carrying the maybe 285 plus that Fury was, toting. Where you don't have no legs and then you have this big guy just throwing all his weight on you, I don't know how you could have won that fight. And then today when he posted the congratulations, to be honest, I'm surprised they did it because it was such bad blood, and I didn't really think those words came from him. I think it was like a PR person, to be honest.
A lot of people said, I was getting messages like, he copied and pasted Malik Scott message.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I was like. I told somebody today, I said it looked like Malik Scott kind of wrote that out for him because Malik Scott did, congratulate him right away on his Instagram. So, he probably took the control and did that for him.
Initiative.
But,
I can see him taking the initiative to do some damage control because I see Malik Scott's interview with Ellie Setback, and Ellie asked him, and Malik, he kind of made a bunch of noises, like a bunch of grunts when he was trying to answer because, it's like he feels like, you go to war with someone and you congratulate them at the end. But how would you have handled that situation? Do you think that Wilder's entitled to take a few days to let it sink in, and like he said on his post, reflect and then decide what he wants to say.
Yeah, I think he's entitled to take as much time as he wants. You know, we can't like me. When I get into it with people online, they apologize, but I don't get over it until I feel like I need to get over it. So I feel like, you know, I honestly don't think he wrote that. So I don't even think he's over it. I really do think it was Malik Scott that wrote that post for him. You know, I saw a clip of him in the corner that they replayed today that he was saying that, you know, he doesn't respect Fury when he was trying to go over to Wilder at the end of the fight, and he said no love, you know, I don't respect you. So I just think it was done for like the sport, so people can kind of like hush up and maybe shows good sportsmanship. But you know, he in his head thinks a lot of things were foul play in the last fight, so you know he's entitled to, you know, congratulate when he wants or when he doesn't want to. Fighters have done worse, you know. I don't think this is the worst thing in the world. Fighters have done worse. Look at this guy. One of these guys. I forgot which. It was a Durrell, Anthony Durrell. His uncle.
His uncle punched him. When he punched his
so it's like, people have done worse. Like, oh, he didn't apologize. He didn't congratulate right away. Okay, whoop-de-doo. Like, get over it. Get over it.
Do you think it's so do you believe that it's Wilder that told Malik Scott to write it, or Malik Scott just put it on his own?
I don't think so.
Your ID just gonna write, you know, because I know that some have an account manager, you know, somebody that kind of writes their stuff. So you know, I was just curious. Yeah.
Isn't his hand broken? Like his knuckles are messed up and all that stuff. He ain't typing all that stuff out. Somebody did that for him. So he might have said, "Okay, go ahead and do it." You know, he might have gave the nod to okay it and co-sign it, but I don't think it was his initiative or like his words. You know,
for sure.
My opinion, people.
So Nika, what's in the red cup though?
Today we have some Bacardi rum and some mango juice, which is my specialty. And for the people that think I'm a drunk, this tastes delicious. So
why? I mean, you shouldn't even respond to people that say that. As long as you are able to be functional, you're doing your thing.
Yeah, but I honestly do not be drunk. I have like at the most 2 drinks when I do a live, which is like once a week. But I was arguing with like a bum on YouTube who has like a good following on YouTube. I'm not even gonna say his name because somebody probably already is, but one of his minions are on here because he calls me a drunk. So his minions in here trying to co-sign on that, but they can both swallow a big cup
his
of
minions. Yo, it's funny how YouTube is, man. I that happened to me. Like someone hit me up this morning. It was like 4 a.m. They like, yo, you stealing my shit, and I'm like, yo, champ. I hired somebody to do my Instagram, man. We apologize, okay? Here's my cell phone. Next time, call me. Don't post that we steal. Ain't nobody stealing. Instagram is made from reposting clips. How could you steal someone's clip when they let you repost? Like, that's the point of Instagram. But I get what you're saying. People get very sensitive and touchy. I don't beef, though. I don't do that shit, man. I ain't got time for them. I just love to talk boxing, man. But when is your next versus so that my audience could get a check out of what it is that you're doing and who's up next?
It's probably gonna be like in 2 weeks because I'm actually in the process of moving from the Bronx to Florida, Miami.
What? Miami? You going from New York to Cali, basically. Well, it's more expensive in Miami. Let me tell you, it's $4 a gallon in Miami.
No, my mom gifted me a home there, so I'd be stupid to like not move.
Shout out to you.
But I'm trying to get some UK fans to debate, you know, some American fans on there, specifically maybe like the topics that we're talking about today, like the congratulations and like how the fight went. But you know, these guys really take these debates seriously. Like they get so emotional about it. It's crazy. Like one guy, he lost his round. And he was trying to argue with my judges, and I was like, my guy, I'm not charging you sanctioning fees, and you're not getting a belt. Like, it's not that serious. Like, this is 3 rounds of debating. Like, you lost, and that's it. You're not gonna go back and forth with my judges because you lost. Like, get over it. Get over it. Like, I didn't know it was that serious, but I have to be more mindful that people really, like, if they can't get in the ring to box, they're gonna take debating about boxing a little bit more serious. But oh my God, it's crazy.
Wow, Miami. I actually moved to Florida from the tri-state area in January, so I'm down here on the Tampa side, South Gulf. But you know,
I used to live in Tampa for like 14 years.
Oh, so you're originally from out here?
No, I'm born. Well, I was born in Puerto Rico, but I was raised in the Bronx. But then my mom moved us to Miami, and then I got married, and my ex-husband was stationed at MacDill Air Force Base, so I was there for a while.
Okay.
Then I moved back to the Bronx, and now I'm back in Florida. I'm telling a lot of business of mine here, but
hey, that's online. that's the way the internet is these days. The more you open up, the more people relate to you. But what else we got? We got about 2 more topics. Oh yeah, this weekend's fights, man. I think the one that I'm most excited for is Emanuel Navarrete versus Joet Gonzalez.
Joet Gonzalez.
I think that's the most even fight for us. I don't believe Mikey's in a real fight with Sandor Martinez, and you know, I'll watch it on Dazn because I got the annual package. But I think Navarrete is the pick'em fight, and it's on a Friday.
Yeah, I'm excited for that fight too, because I'm interested to see how Navarrete handles Joet Gonzalez, because I really want him to like dog him, because you know, everybody's calling Shakur Stevenson a dog, and he had like a long drawn out fight with Joet Gonzalez, and so I would love to see Navarrete kind of like give him the business, because I saw Shakur Stevenson call Navarrete out after he moved up. But my guy, you had the chance to call Navarrete out and fight him when you were at 126, but then you moved up. So, you know, I really want Navarrete to like do way more than Shakur did to him. Yeah, make a statement, big statement. So.
So you're not impressed with Shakur, or is it the personality that turns you off?
Oh, the personality is a big factor, but I just don't really see like this big dog and monster that people are like claiming that he is. He wins fights, yes, and he's a skillful fighter, but you know, he's not out there like knocking people out and doing all that. And to be comparing him to Mayweather, I'm like, oh, where is this monster that you guys talking about? I haven't seen him. He hasn't even knocked out the people that he was fighting in the fucking gas station. Those civilians ate those punches. They ate those punches, you know?
Stop it. Those civilians was on the floor. You lie.
No, one of the ladies, this guy, he was like giving some good uppercuts to this guy, but he was eating those punches. He wasn't laid out.
I hear you. I remember that. So. I remember that video. You are funny. I don't know. I don't think it's about the knockout power. I think it's his skill separates him, and that's why they're comparing him to Floyd.
I guess I want to be generous like that.
She said, "I don't want to be generous." That's crazy.
You know, he got hit the last fight, and he was like, "Oh, I got hit. His power was scary," and I was like, "Oh, okay." So you know, when you get in there with somebody like who he'll probably be getting into the next weekend, you know, he's gonna feel some power. And I know he's gonna just like stick and move. He's gonna run the whole fight. So.
Oh my God! So you call it running too?
Well, I mean, it kind of is running, but he's winning fights like that. He's sticking and moving. I mean, he doesn't want to get hit, and in boxing, if you don't get hit, that's a good thing, you know. But when people are saying that he's a dog and he's a monster, like he's not in there standing head to toe to toe with people to be calling him that, you know.
I guess I get your argument. Those words are more for the dude that's blood and guts, but I think they're just going based off the skill and the fact that he's barely being touched. And Nakatilia is a puncher. Like, we might not know him, but that's all he had on his records was knockout. But maybe I'm biased. Shakur is from Newark, New Jersey. I'm from Newark, New Jersey originally, so maybe I'm biased.
You are biased. You are biased. Somebody saying Shakur guy. I never said he didn't have skill. He is definitely a skillful fighter, but he's not a monster in there. I'm sorry, he's not no monster in there.
Yeah, but like, what's your interpretation of a monster?
Yeah, who's a monster in this sport?
I feel like if he is in there with the fighter who is going to come forward on him and who has power, he's gonna have a lot of problems. And somebody who knows how to cut off the ring and stuff like that, he's gonna have problems. Mm-hmm. But he hasn't been in. Who has he fought? Let's just.
Joet Gonzalez.
Really? Come on.
So
and you know what? And the backstory that they had with him with Joet was, he was dating his sister, and his family was calling him the N-word, and you didn't even knock this guy out. This guy called you the N-word. You know. You said you was gonna knock this man out.
So it's
and
about
it was a long, drawn out 12 rounds.
Yo, so it's about power for you. You think he's boring?
Yeah, he is boring. I don't think that I know he's boring, but I know that's boxing. He's definitely a skillful boxer, but I just feel like if somebody gets in there and cuts the ring off, who has power and goes forward, he's gonna have a lot more problems than we all. Well, not me, but that you all think he will. So.
Nah, I hear you. I hear you.
Not Joet Gonzalez.
Somebody in the chat said Joet Gonzalez is a poor fighter. I feel like he should have did more to him than what he did. Yeah. That's why I want Navarrete to prove that he could have done more in the ring with him. So if Navarrete it makes a statement, I'm gonna be like, wow, Shakur, what Navarrete did this, so why did you do that?
Yeah, I mean, look, some would even say it was a heartfelt, emotional fight, right? He had a history with Joet Gonzalez, and you mentioned that there was some beef, in that lead up to that fight, and they were placed against each other, pitted against each other, and he had to do what he had to do. I'm not making an excuse for Shakur for as far as him not knocking him out, because at the end of the day, Joet's still a tough guy. We're gonna find out definitely though with this Navarrete fight. I think that it would be a good barometer for us to say, okay, well, Navarrete did this or didn't do this, and look how Joet Gonzalez did. Thing is about Shakur, what I like is that he makes it look easy. I never see him stressed out in there. And maybe we haven't seen that type of fight though, Nika, that forward pressure fight, because we did see it with Joet. Joet tried. He tried to bring the Mexican style, and he couldn't do it. So
is that the only name? Is that the only name that you like that you would say was like a true test for him?
I mean,
he has more
on his record. Yeah, right now. Yeah, I mean, he's only got like what 13, 14 fights, maybe 15 if that. I gotta check, but I'm pretty sure he doesn't have many fights.
And not everybody's running a fight, Shakur Stevenson. I mean, what do you think
what's your thoughts on that? Because he's obviously wanted to face Oscar, and Oscar Valdez keeps moving up instead of facing him.
Well, he had a chance to fight Warrington, and he didn't make that happen.
No. He had a chance to fight Warrington. He had a chance to fight Warrington, and they were willing to go all the way to Leeds, which is another country, and they offered him a low ball offer. He was going for a unification, and it was Warrington that then left Frank Warren in the middle of negotiations and signed to Eddie Hearn, remember? Or I don't know if you do know. But he was with
chance to fight Warrington and Navarrete, and he moved up.
I don't know.
He had a chance to fight Navarrete.
Maybe Navarrete because it's same network and same promoter. But even that is up to the fighter. Like, why do you think Oscar is in every interview? And I mean Valdez saying, "Oh, I know that people want me to fight Shakur. I'm gonna fight him next," but it's not happening. It's not because Shakur doesn't want it. Shakur's disrespectful when he calls you out. It's the other guy that knows they can't deal with that style that you don't like. That's what it is.
Bow, sucker! Yeah.
That was him.
I'm just not a fan of his. I don't know what it is, because I feel like he hasn't proven, like, the way he talks, it doesn't coincide with who he's fighting and how he's getting these guys out of there, or how he's getting his wins,
I mean, I hear you, and to some of the people in the chat, right? They're saying low ball offer was his excuse. Okay, so look at it like this. Shakur, look at Terence Crawford. He's been with Top Rank how long? Forget how long. How long has he been at welterweight? They haven't been able to get him a unification, which is the same thing we're talking about Shakur not being able to get with Warrington. So if they can't get Crawford, who's way more popular, way more established, one ESPYs, unified, undisputed, if they can't get him a fight, why would we assume it's Shakur not wanting to fight Warrington and just the other way around? You're with a promoter who just doesn't really do business with people from other networks or other companies. It was easy for Bob to do Loma versus Richard Comey because he's co-promoted with him. Easy to do Loma because he got paper on Loma and that's his fighter. It's not easy for him to do Teofimo Haney now because that dude's not with him. I feel like whenever it comes down to the quote unquote other side of the street, those fights become harder to make.
I guess. I mean, you're from New Jersey, so I'm just gonna take your opinion with a grain of salt.
I love it. It's okay.
I see your point. You make some valid points according to style, and the way he finishes guys off. I mean, it's not like you're.
And to be honest, I don't think that he wanted this fight that he's getting now. I believe he wanted Herring to vacate that belt and fight for the vacant belt. He didn't really have that energy to fight Herring like that. It was he wanted to get the vacant belt. Yeah, that's what I said.
I don't know how you feel he didn't have energy for a dude that he was literally telling, like, we're gonna beat you up. Vacate your belt.
Yeah, after a certain come on. He was playing the role. He didn't really want that fight. He wanted the vacant belt because he thought he was doing all that because he thought that Herring was going to vacate that belt.
Vacate how and why?
He thought that Herring wasn't going to take that fight.
Okay, but if he vacated,
and if he only had a certain amount of time to accept the fight, or he would have to vacate the belt.
But that's my point.
He thought that Herring was scared to fight him, so he was banking on him moving up and vacating because for some reason he thought that
but that's my point.
He was already a boxer, was scared to fight him.
But Nika, that's my point. If Shakur is the type of person that thinks someone is going to be so afraid that they'll vacate, why would he be afraid to fight him? If he's standing there thinking you about to drop your belt rather than fight me,
because he's a boxer, so that's the kind of attitude he has. He's cocky, so but then the Herring took the fight, so.
Oh my God! You gotta come. You gotta come be on our live fight chat on the 30th, man. You gonna have to. I want to hear you rooting for Herring.
And then let me tell you, I could tell. I don't know if you watched the special that was on Monday on ESPN.
I did it.
I believe he's having trouble. I believe he's having trouble making weight because I follow everything on his Instagram. He's like posting. On this Monday, he posted like all these pictures of himself like in sweats, and then I'm pretty sure he had the sauna suit under it, and you could tell he's having trouble making weight. And then they barely showed him working out at all on this special. They were showing footage from his last camp when he was with B&B Boxing. So I don't feel like he puts the work in that he's supposed to. He's just a naturally skilled fighter, so he thinks that's all it takes. He don't put in the work like you think he does. That's my opinion.
Give it a conspiracy soundbite, please. She out here tripping. Listen, Shakur is one of the only fighters that I think Loma has never talked crazy about. You can't be not taking it serious and spar 12 rounds with Loma. Let's just be real. Come on. Come on, Nika. Come on.
Oh, come
Like-
on. Like, I don't know why you got this man on a pedestal like that. He has not done anything like that to be on the pedestal.
Yo, you know what?
like
It's
that.
the
I'm
same thing they
sorry.
used to say about Crawford.
sorry.
It's the same thing you used to say about Crawford.
Mm.
I used to say the same thing you're
No,
saying,
no.
right? I used to be like, yo, why?
Crawford is knocking people out. He's getting people out of there like
But
that.
you
And
see, that's
always
what
see
it
him in the
is.
gym. He don't ever have church. You always see this man in the gym. Like, I follow Shakur on Instagram, so I see this guy is not doing the work that he's supposed to. He's having,
Nika,
I can put my life on this, that he's having trouble making weight.
Your
Go
life?
to-
Don't
go to-
do that. You crazy? She said, I'm going to put my life on this. No. No.
He's having trouble making weight. I'm telling you, he's
Listen.
having trouble
How about
making
this? How about this?
Anything.
How about this devil's advocate side, right? Maybe he's not posting because they used to train in the same camp. So he's trying to keep it dark now. They think they know him, remember?
No.
That's what they said. They think they know him.
He was in one training camp and then
Nah,
that's it.
he
Like,
spars
come on.
Crawford all the time, remember?
Yeah, but like if they're in Colorado together, but not like he don't train with them on the regular.
They
He
know
was
him
just there for that
enough.
last camp. And I hear things, so I know a lot of stuff that goes on in there. And so I know he's having trouble making weight. I'm telling you right now, he's having trouble making weight.
Not for this camp. Not for this camp.
I'm gonna send you the picture of how he was.
Yeah, we was just in his camp. Let me pull up. Let me
Suited
see.
and booted, trying to lose weight. This man
Let me
is
see
having
this.
trouble making weight.
No way.
He's not getting proper sleep. He's up at like 1, 2 o'clock in the morning playing spades. Like I'm telling you, he's not putting in the work. He's relying on skill, man. He's relying on skill.
We was just in his camp. We was just in his camp August 29th. That's after the fight was announced in Houston. I don't know. I just looked up the video. And I'm gonna have to show it. He don't look fat in this video. So you saying that somehow he gained weight and now he's struggling? This in camp right here. I can't even. Oh yeah, I think I could share this. I could share this.
He had trouble making weight last camp, and that's why when he didn't have this good, like his best performance last camp, he said that he wasn't feeling good. You know, I don't know.
It's COVID season, Naka. It's COVID season. What's up with you?
He didn't have COVID. He didn't have COVID.
I
though.
said it's COVID
He didn't have
season.
COVID.
Everybody getting sick out here. It's the flu
He didn't have
season.
COVID. Come on,
all
my guy.
that.
Don't. Come on, don't throw the COVID. He didn't have COVID. He didn't have COVID.
It's COVID. He got this flus. You know, it's that season.
Okay. So, but wait. So you're telling me that just because you were there at his camp and you saw him putting in work, like if he has people that are in his camp, he's gonna do a little work so you guys can see him doing something. Then when y'all leave, he's gonna be packing up his shit and going.
We popped up on him. We was actually there to see someone else and bumped into Shakur. We didn't even know he was going to be in the gym. That was a pleasant surprise. But I get what you're saying. Listen, it would be interesting to see if you're right or not. You know, everybody has their tips and inside sources. You know, you can't take that from you. But moving on to... They said I would have 150,000 subs if you was on camera. It's not my fault. I woke up from my little nap and they updated the software and we can't get nobody on camera but myself. So we're gonna wait until they address it. Till then, you're gonna have to hear her voice and know that she's a cross between like Cardi and Nicki Minaj. Nah. That was wrong. Do me just smiling. All right, so the last topic is Montana Love. I'm actually happy for Montana Love. This is a dude I've been talking to, or rather about, and having on this show for a long time. People counted him out because he got a draw, I think, with Samuel Teal. They thought he was too flashy, and his last fight he really put on. And now Eddie Santom, man. Eddie Santom, and that's got to be life-changing for him. The only thing is, like, I want to talk about is, like, who's he going to fight over there on Matchroom, you know what I mean? I just seen Regis sign with Probellum, the Richard Schaefer company, so that Regis opportunity is out. Is Montana a possible Mikey opponent? But Mikey's still fighting at 47. Is he a Devin Haney Finally, a Devin Haney 140 opponent vacating his title, but that doesn't make sense. What do you guys think is the plan for Montana Love? I know that Eddie Hearn said in the press conference Montana will fight on the Haney undercard or the Lopez undercard. I'm assuming he's talking Teofimo Lopez. Yeah, what do you guys think?
Oh, I'm glad that he got signed by Eddie Hearn, but I gotta say this because I see a lot of people on Twitter, like they're giving all this credit for him being signed to like Jake Paul, and I'm like, you know, I'm not really a big fan of like Jake Paul and like all the YouTuber fighting.
I mean, he's doing his thing though.
He was fighting on the card, and you know, but I feel like this is all Montana's hard work. This is not on Jake Paul. You know, he went in there just because somebody gives you a stage. You still gotta perform and make shit happen. That is not on Jake Paul. Like he's just stepped in the game. You're not gonna give that credit to Jake Paul. To me, I'm sorry, he's just not. I don't know what their plans are with him, but it'll be interesting to see who they match him up with because I think I saw somebody posted that he has like a 3-fight deal, so they have 3 fights to make something happen.
Yeah, I just don't know who, man. If in the chat, can you? I mean, no, I don't want Ivan Redcatch. Get out of here. Can y'all help us though? What's the options? What's the options on the DAZN Matchroom side? Let's try and stay realistic. I know that Montana Love versus Tank would be amazing, but that's not gonna happen.
Not gonna happen. Yeah, it's not gonna happen.
140, man. Josh Taylor is the only guy I see up there right now. He's not gonna. He's got to fight a couple of guys before he even gets to any of these.
That's a good fight, but I don't think Josh Taylor is gonna want that fight. He's gonna be like, "Why am I fighting a 12-0 prospect or contender?" You know what I mean? Like, why are you bringing me this fight?
Depends how fast.
Didn't they have plans? Didn't they have plans for like Regis to fight Mikey, and then that kind of fell through? So I thought maybe after this fight they were still gonna try to get the Regis fight going for
I'm not saying that can't happen because obviously Richard Schaefer must be willing to do business with everybody, but I'm also hearing that Richard Schaefer's Probellum is gonna have its own platform. So I don't know. Does that mean we're gonna have a new, app kind of thing or a new network? So I say all that to say that Regis is signed with him. And with him, I mean Probellum, Richard Schaefer. So we got to see his Regis services available to DAZN now that he has a promoter who, quote unquote, may have their own platform or network. Because, if I got my own network, I can't put my star fighters on someone else's channel. I need them on my channel to bring you guys to my channel.
That's right.
True, yeah.
So he probably starts off with somebody top 5 and under. I mean, I'm really lost to where I start him off on the 3-fight deal. Like, it depends what Eddie has planned for him. What's this trajectory for him? Is he gonna bring him in there fast? How much does he believe in Montana? Is he, does he restructure the deal after the 3 fights, depending on how he performs? I just don't know.
I'm sure he'll get to restructure after this. That's what Haney was able to do, but I just don't know who they're gonna put him to fight. I mean, I hope it's not Haney, and if it is, it better be a non-title defense. He better not lose his belt or vacate his belt and move up to 140 because it's already hard for him to get fights. You go up there and you don't got no belt, you really ain't gonna get fights. But let me get your thoughts on Haney since you don't like Shakur. You can't like Haney either, huh?
No, I like Haney. I do
What?
like Haney.
Who he knocking out? Uh-oh.
He hasn't knocked. Well, no. I don't know what it is about Shakur. You know how just some people you just like, I don't know. It's something about Shakur. I just like. I want him to get humbled. I don't know. I want him to get humbled. Like there's a couple of fighters on my list that I needed to be humbled, and Berlingo was one of them, and he got humbled this weekend. Even though he got the W, he was still.
Why you wanted Berlanga to get humble? You supposed to be like Wepa and all that shit with the Puerto Rico and like what's going on?
I feel like he was on. They had him on this hype train that Top Rank was putting him in there with people that he could knock out in the first round. So he was believing his own hype, and he was doing the most and doing too much, and started calling himself a monster. And then I'm just like, you know what? I'm gonna put you on this list to be humbled. And then, he was humbled.
What's up with your little God? I'm gonna put you on the list to be humbled.
Got a list, champ.
Yo, why? That's messed up. I like Berlanga, man.
I feel like that, Top Rank set him on this track to be this like hyped monster that he was. So they were, who was he knocking out in the first round? Like, who was he? Honestly, who was he knocking out in the first round?
I mean,
and then I saw him kind of a little exposed in the last fight, so I was just like, you know what, that humbling pie is coming. And then it did. It came last weekend. I mean, he still got the W, and he had a torn bicep, and he still fought through it. But I feel like he needed this to kind of like move forward and get like implement some some more things that he thought he had. So.
But do you really consider it a humbling if you know that his bicep was damaged and it wasn't 100% Berlanga and he still got it done? Doesn't that really make him a monster?
Him having that bicep torn wasn't gonna get in the way of him defending himself.
But that's what I'm saying. But he's injured. So he suffered adversity and show you he's still a monster. He's still close. My man.
I wouldn't call him a monster. I don't think he was.
Did you see the cheeseburger on that dude's eye? That shit looked like Chris Algieri eye.
Yeah. Some people bruise more than others.
You mean
He couldn't. The more better opposition they put with him in there, he gets a little bit more exposed. Like last fight, he couldn't get that guy out in the first round, and it was a long drawn out fight for him.
But isn't that the way that it works? As they step you up, the knockouts dissipate.
But he started believing his own hype. He started believing that he was this monster because he was knocking these guys that nobody knows out in the first round. So now you putting real fighters in there. There's real opposition for him, and then what? And then he gets knocked down. Come on, man.
I'm knocking out 16 guys in a row. I'm gonna feel pretty good about myself.
Yo, she said.
I think that was a lot of Top Rank's fault. They helped gas him up like that, and he started feeling himself. He was getting all the celebrities on his side.
But why wouldn't you embrace him? Why wouldn't you embrace him as a Puerto Riqueña? Just support your people.
I embrace all fighters. I don't care what nationality, what they're from. But
y'all didn't have one. Y'all didn't have one since Cotto. Y'all needed him. Y'all don't got like Cotto's retired, and then it was what, Trinidad. Like y'all needed Berlanga.
We don't need anything. We just need good boxers. I don't care where you're from. I don't care where you're from. If you're a good boxer, you're a good boxer. And if you need to be humbled, no matter where you're from, if you're from Puerto Rico, if you need to be humbled, you gotta get humbled. I think this is actually a good thing for him because he still got the W. He still won, so it wasn't like detrimental to him. But he gotta now. He's like, okay, now I'm not knocking these guys out in the first round. I gotta do a little bit more. I gotta work on some things. So I think it was a little blessing in disguise for him. To be honest.
Nah, you could be right. You could be right.
Learning on the job, you knock everybody out in the first round. You're not getting much experience, and it's pro experience
at all. At all.
I don't knock it, man, because for me, it's like this. It's like this dude built up.
He was calling out Canelo. My guy. You were calling out Canelo. If that Canelo. Berlinga Canelo.
Yo, okay. He was clout chasing to get that notoriety, get those followers, that attention, them headlines.
I know
and
that.
Then look what happened. And then look what happened.
He suffered adversity and went through it. Like that's what I don't get. Like I remember this happened to Keith Thurman when he fought Collazo. He got hit to the body, and he showed grimace. He had some pain. And people like, oh, this dude can't take a body shot. And it's like, bro, he didn't even go down. You know what I'm saying? Like, we clown people that's like.
I'm not clowning him. All I said is that he needed to be humble because he was feeling this hype train that he was on. They were putting him in there with, like, honestly, name one person that he knocked out in the first round. I give you 1 minute. Who's the last person he knocked out in the first round? You remember their name?
Nah.
Okay, no. All right. Thank you. Hello. So you start feeling yourself, and he needed that humbling. Now he's like, all right, it's real in this field. I gotta do a little bit more than thinking I'm gonna knock people out in the first round. So
yeah. See, look at these guys. Oh, he went through adversity with a complete bum. They literally said, I had a caller from Chicago literally tell me, Ness, you should put some money on it. Gonzalez is gonna be Berlanga's toughest fight.
Yeah,
it's all about your knowledge of the sport, who you know, who you don't know. See, I'm like that too. If I ain't gotta watch you, I ain't gonna watch you. You gotta make me watch you. You know what I'm saying? You gotta do something to get my time. So I never heard of Gonzalez. So I let him go under my radar and assumed that Berlanga was about to walk through him. And Gonzalez, he did what he had to do. He proved that he was nobody. But I still love what Berlanga did. He went through some adversity. So I'll give you a better story. Berlanga went through something similar that Andre Berto did, her former world champ, who his arm got messed up in the Karras fight. He got his ass whooped. He lost. Yeah. Berlanga at least won.
I mean, and that's a bad comparison.
Wow, because of
Andre
Karras?
Berto, he don't got no chin. He gets knocked out left and right. I mean,
I ain't gonna say he get knocked out.
I don't know what round.
Oh my God.
Porter didn't knock him out. I mean, Berto never been knocked out. Now that I think about it, who's knocked out Andre Berto?
I don't know.
He's been not knocked out, but knocked down plenty of times in the fight. The fight, what's this guy's name? He fought him like twice. The guy who got knocked out by Mayweather.
Yeah, talking about
Victor Ortiz.
Ortiz, yeah.
Victor Ortiz. Come on.
But did Victor sleep him? I don't know.
No, he didn't knock him out, but he knocked him down like twice or three times in that fight. It was like back and forth. Like,
yeah, but not.
And then you're talking about a hamburger. Andre Berto's eyes, we having like triple cheeseburgers on his eyes.
That's when he fought Robert Guerrero. That's when his eyes looked like that, when he fought Robert Guerrero. But I mean, when you fight a puncher though, remember, Victor Ortiz put Maidana down 3 times. I don't know if you remember that.
Is Andre Berto a puncher like that?
What?
Like, is he knocking people off?
He's got
people like that.
Was out of 32 fights.
Berto's a puncher. Berto's considered a puncher. He's got over 64% knockout ratio, and he's got a lot of knockouts. A lot of knockouts. Like, obviously, and it's just like Berlanga. Once you start fighting names, you stop knocking them out.
That's what I'm saying. Like, when you're fighting names, like, give me the people he's knocked out there.
But this is what I'm saying. Names. But this is what I'm saying. Just because you don't get a knockout, don't means you don't have power. Berto is a puncher.
I know that.
Berto stopped Jan Zavic. He stopped Jan Zavic. He stopped Victor Ortiz. He stopped Josecito Lopez. He stopped a few people. Decent names too. Freddie Hernandez. Did he stop Quintana? But go ahead. I'm sorry. I cut you off.
No, I was going to say, like, it's just after a while, like, once you start getting out of you start fighting the names, those knockout ratios start going down.
Yeah.
It's just, that's why I feel like Berlanga was on this hype train that, I mean, Top Rank was doing their job. They were matchmaking him to people that he could probably knock out in the first round, and they were running with that, So, I actually made money on him this weekend because I bet that he would go past 10 rounds, and they did. So I just had a feeling that he was going to get humbled. I felt like he was going to get humbled this weekend, and I was right.
Yo, I like that you at least bet. You know what I'm saying? At least you put your money where your mouth is. That's what's up. So you going for Hearn then?
Yeah, I am going for Hearn.
You tripping right now, for real.
I want Shakur to be humbled,
So you betting with your heart.
Skill for skill. I want you to give me your bet. Not because you want to see him humbled. Just as an analytic, boxing analytics. What is it that you see that Jamel Herring does better than Shakur Stevenson that's going to garner him that win that night?
Well, I think Jamel has power. I really think he's gonna get him with an uppercut or something to the body. Especially if he's having weight cut issues.
Oh man,
Jamel ain't even got no power, Naka. Tell me who he knocked out.
He just knocked somebody out his last fight.
Who?
Frampton. He knocked out Frampton. He has knockout power. He does have knockout power.
So you don't think Shakur would have knocked out old ass Frampton?
He does not like power. He says he does not like power in his last fight. That was the first thing he said. He's like, oh my God, he has power. That was scary. You're a boxer, you're saying power is scary? So,
Naka, yo, so you don't think Shakur would have knocked out Carl Frampton? That's what you're saying. Old ass Carl Frampton. I'm on my last fight. Give me my last hurrah payday, Carl Frampton. I'm moving up the fight, Heron on my last fight, Carl Frampton. Come on, Naka, don't do this.
I don't see Shakur. To me, Shakur don't have power like that. I'm sorry. I already told you he was not knocking people out in the gas station. He's not. So these are civilians. This was bare hand. He was not knocking people out like that.
Yeah.
At the gas station.
You keep bringing up this gas station. You are
because I'm
terrible.
just trying to explain that he doesn't have power like that. He doesn't have power like that.
Going down.
Yo, how do you know that the dude at the gas station wasn't 200 plus pounds, absorbing the punching power like Tyson Fury?
Right. I seen the dude was knocked out.
I mean, I ain't see Wilder knocking out Fury after he gained weight.
We're comparing. We're comparing Shakur to Wilder. No, we're not doing that. He don't have power. He don't have power. He don't have power. He don't have power like that.
Yeah.
He don't have power like that. And I think if he had power, if anybody he would have knocked out, he would have knocked out Joet Gonzalez. And he
Joet a tough SOB, man.
Okay.
So you got Navarrete stopping Joet?
Yeah. Yes. Oh yes.
What round?
Okay.
Maybe the 7th round.
Wow.
Okay. Past the half.
Yeah.
Yo, Navarrete is a problem with all those damn punches, man.
He's
a very awkward. He's a very awkward fighter too. I don't even know how you would train to fight a fighter like Navarrete. To be honest,
he's awkward. He uses his natural abilities, his range, because his uppercut and his range is for me and the way he leverages his punches reminds me of Tommy Hearns because of the height, but for that division and the length of the arms, he leverages those punches pretty good. I think he'll be able to catch Joet with some good shots. I don't think he walks through Joet though. I don't think he gets the knockout. I think this is a good old Mexican brawl, but I see Joet lasting. I see him lasting. So I don't bet Nika, but I bet you some push-ups.
Push-ups. Boo.
I'll say that he goes the distance on that one.
Okay.
Yeah,
your opinion.
No, yeah, true. But a 7th round knockout. I mean, look, we know what Navarrete does. It's not out of the question. So I'm just gonna. I'll challenge you on that one for this weekend.
All right.
What else we got? Let me see. We did Crawford.
I wanted you to check out this because I don't know if you could look it up on your computer.
What?
So Gary Russell Jr. posted a meme that was very interesting and I think you would find funny. It was a meme about Tank Davis.
Is it on his Insta?
He was talking a lot of shit. On his Instagram, on his story, he posted a meme. It was talking a lot. It was a crazy meme. You have to look it up. It was a meme about Tank.
Nah, I'm screen sharing it. He says it's a picture. It's multiple pictures of Floyd and Tank. So it's a conversation of Floyd and Tank, and he's and he says, "Listen, I want you to become like me. Stay away from Loma, Teofimo, Haney, Josh, etc. They in their prime." Shaking my head. We will fight in bums, taxi drivers, and your girlfriend for now. Disrespectful. After 5 years or more, when they're all past their prime, then it's time. Ducking and retirement also part of it. Understand? Yes, boss. Y'all terrible.
They had a
so
fucking
Naka, is this you hating on Tank too? You don't like Tank neither?
No, it was just I was bringing it to your attention, but I just find it so crazy that Gary posted stuff like that because he barely fights.
Gary
So
been
it's
No, because he wants this fight, and they won't
Yeah.
give it to him. They won't give it to him. It's unfair, man.
caught a video of Gary. He went live. I don't know if you guys caught it, but he was hunting.
of him cutting up that deer.
Yeah, he was
Cutting up that deer.
throwing 3 deers.
Yeah, I
showing
seen the deers on the floor. I ain't stick around for all the cutting. Y'all tripping.
He quartered. Yeah,
He
that's,
cut her.
he quartered the. But the way he was talking.
I'm surprised that the Instagram let him keep that up.
Word.
There, because I thought maybe like the animal activists would like complain and
Yeah,
have this
let me
shit
tell
shut
you
down.
something. Instagram took down a video of Tyson Fury talking slick to Wilder. Like, so I don't know how they got him up here being a carnival.
Slicing
Slicing and
the
dicing.
whole deer.
I thought that was
The guts out, took the guts out and everything. I was like, well, this ain't gonna be long, but it was still up there.
he knew exactly what he was doing, man. I mean, he's a different type of animal, man. I really want to see him in a ring already, bro.
He's a true hunter. Nah,
Hunter.
this the thing, man. This the thing. He's got 62,000 followers, man. He's you know, his voice falls on deaf ears. He needs a louder voice, man. He needs a louder voice. Remember, when he started talking crazy, like, oh, I'm going to fight Crawford and Haney, that's when people was paying attention. He probably gained like 20,000 followers just in that week. But other than that, you know he don't talk. He don't fight. He don't talk. So it's like, how you going to get a fight?
Oh. Oh, do you think that post is gonna? You think that post is gonna help?
Nah, because honestly, he's been having this same energy for Gervonta for a long time. Like honestly, if I'm Tank, I'm wondering why Tank don't ever respond. Like this dude's been on $1 Million Game. He's been on lives with the dude from Philly from $1 Million Game, Gilly the Kid. They be talking crazy about Tank, and it's always Gary, shorty this. He don't want to fight me, pussy that. And it's just like, oh my God, y'all like right there from each other. Baltimore and Maryland, like, you know, I don't know. He talk crazy about Tank all the time. Tank need to give him that fight. You know what I'm saying? It's time. And he little. He's short. I mean, he's smaller. You know what I mean? At least Tank shows
What do you
that
think
he got
about that
the power.
Tank and Rolly fight?
I love it. I know people want something more, but if I'm the type of guy that I live in the world I live in. This is the reality. Floyd told us they doing in-house. Bob did it with Tio. Comey, in-house. Nakatani, in-house. Loma, in-house. So they doing it with Tank. Barrios, Leo, now we got Rolly. So this is one of the best options on that side of the street. I just got to admit it. Shout out to my Cuban, self-proclaimed, this generation's Roberto de Rang. You know, let's see could he get it done.
Yeah.
Yo, listen, everybody laughs at him, but is there another Cuban? Is there another Cuban in boxing? Well, actually, Roberto was Panamanian. But is there another Latino in boxing that got power in both hands? All right then.
Yeah,
At 35. All right then. So we got our self-proclaimed Roberto Duran, man. Rolly is the shit. Nah, listen.
Character, obviously, he brings a lot of attention because of who he is, and I mean, the guy's strong. I'm not gonna like glorify his pure boxing ability, but he's strong, and he don't give a f. You know what I'm saying?
So wait, the fight his title fight when he won the belt, you guys think that he won that fight?
Who?
Rolly.
Nah. Jackson Marinas? Hell no. He lost to my Dominican brethren. He lost.
So, you know, he was gifted.
Yeah, but Jackson Marinas didn't take the rematch.
I know. I wish he would have.
He turned down more money, $15,000 more than the first fight, and he decided to go in there with Comey and got slapped. So we can't hate on Rolly because Rolly wanted to do what? He wanted to right his wrong. You thought he lost, he wanted to rematch him. Marinas chose money, and that's my dude. You know what I mean? But he chose money instead of glory. I mean, he did choose glory too because he chose less money to fight Comey for a bigger name.
Yeah.
And it didn't work out.
I'm not really a Rolly fan, but
I mean, he's not the most skilled. He's not the most skilled Nike. But listen, I'm gonna tell you the truth. It's Nike, like I'm like Nikes, but right?
Like Nikes, but with an A.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So Nike, he's not the most skilled. I don't think he's good like that. I just think that he's gonna do
power.
it.
He definitely has power.
Yeah, but I don't think he'll be able to, successfully land that. I just feel like he's gonna make a good fight because he's gonna be, this guy to try his hardest. And he'll sell the fight, like hashtag, what is it? Dwarf Slayer. Like he comes up with all this. Yeah. He's like, yo.
He's a good shit talker. He knows how to sell a fight for sure.
Yes. He got this other hashtag. He's crazy, man. I don't mind his craziness. And like you said, let's see him be humbled, right? He thinks he beats Ryan. Yeah. He thinks he beats Tank. He thinks he beats a bunch of people. He sits in little live streams with Tiafimo calling Tank fat and all these names. It's time to pay the piper now.
So let me get this straight. You want me to add him to my humble list?
I mean, you can do what you want, but maybe a humbling is what he needs.
So let me get your prediction for that fight, Nika. How do you see that fight going? Rolly versus Tank.
Tank is gonna catch him something crazy. I just don't know what round is gonna be.
Okay.
I just don't know what round is gonna be. So, but Tank definitely got that. So he will be humbled.
Stops him.
I think so.
He better.
Tank has he's like a little Mike Tyson. He has the strength of Mike Tyson in his little body.
Think Rolly's what do you think about Rolly saying that he's way stronger than Tank? Hits hard than Tank.
He's gonna have to prove it. But this is what people need to keep in mind. He might not be lying. Tank started at what? 126. Rolly started where he at. He's the naturally bigger man. He just posted the other day on his social. I'm just like Nike. I stalked him. He was on his social posting that he was like 181. I seen 181 one time. Yeah, but look, 176 for a 135-pound fight, that's a lot of weight. And I'm talking about a couple days ago. That was right before the announcement he posted that. So, he's a big boy.
Somebody in the chat, Ito Cool says, nah, Rolly mad humble. No, he's not. Rolly is not humble.
I don't know. I mean, I guess you got to know him personally. What I see on social media, the way he talk about Tank, he ain't humble. The way he talked about Ryan, he ain't humble. But I like him. Yeah. I don't care that he not humble. I like that shit. I love that shit talk. I fuck with the Charlos,
No, it
Wilder,
sells fight. You
Tyson
need that in
Fury.
boxing. That's what sells fights.
Hell yeah. I want everybody to be like.
He talked his way into this fight. That's what he did. So.
Let's get to some of these super chats real quick.
Go for it.
Let me see.
Do you got the first one? You want me to bring you to the first one, or you know which one it is?
Yeah, no, I think I got it. It was after that pañuelito. But I got crawfish. Show Kid on. No, actually, we read that one too. Or did we? Yeah, we did.
Pañuelito, crawfish, cuando mira. Okay, so next is Show Kid. No way Bud beats Canelo. That one.
Did that one. We did that one.
Boxing expert. Mejor que sea.
Mejor que se enseñe a vestir. Si mira como mi abuelo en Domingo ha dado perra su huesito y esta perrita tiene un hueso duro con Porter. Oh my God. Mejor que he says it's better for him to show him how to dress. He looks like my grandfather on Sundays.
He talking about Porter fucking suits.
And
yo, poor Porter.
He says La Perrita, the little dog, has a hard bone with Porter.
Bruh, even Porter's vest for the press conference was wild because it was a double vest.
It was like a double vest, yeah.
It's like, yo, first of all, who wears just a fucking vest, right? Like, who wears just a fucking vest from a suit?
He took it back to the 90s R&B.
And then who wears a vest for a suit that's double vest. It's like a double-breasted vest. He was bugging. Yo, my man Porter be wild.
Yo, Brandon Maurice, member for 10 months, the contender. Shout out to you,
Shout
champ.
out, Brandon. Let me ring the alarm.
Says, salute to the beautiful Nika for coming on the show, shaking my damn head. Damn, you Skype. All we miss is okay, and we would have a panel full of snacks. Smiling emoji. That's Brandon Maurice.
Yeah, Brandon's always a regular on my page. I was trying to get him on there to debate somebody. So yeah,
Brandon's pretty knowledgeable.
Yeah.
We got
Brandon's actually one of our callers of the year.
Mm-hmm.
He's a big time caller. He calls every day. Shout out to Brandon Maurice. It's actually Canna in the chat is the one. He's my editor, and he's the one sent me your information and said I should get you on. I think it's like Canna Byform or something like that in the chat.
Canna B.
Canna B.
Yeah. Jane Benitez. Damn, Jane Benitez back to back triple time. Just might as well hit the bell now. Playing no games. He says, why are we talking about Wilder so much? Treat him like he won this week. Also, Floyd, the guy that Canelo lost.
What Wilder did to this dude, bro? Jeez. He's been going super hard over the last 30 days on him.
He ends it with Canelo Wilder in 8.
Yeah. What? He said Canelo beats Wilder in 8. Yo, you tripping right now?
Bro, nah.
Yo, they watching what? Yo, they done with Wilder out in these YouTube streets. Y'all terrible, man.
Well, he returns with another one.
Yo. This super chat, wait till you get to. Y'all terrible, man. Yo, dudes is funny as hell. Go ahead. Oh, my God.
PBC's shown they want Fury stock. The taken down post spoke volumes. Wow.
Yes.
His publicist Prob wrote that. Sore loser. Doubt he wrote that after all the excuses. Yikes. Jane Benitez with the triple time says, long count 2 times. Glove padding. Spiked water. Suit. Breland. Horsehair. Gloves. Doomy. You got to believe his team is honest for all these excuses. Sure. Hey James, all right, man. Chill, Chizzy. Davidian says, what's goody, family? I'm going with the Marine, Jermel Herring. Corey Stevenson.
Nika out here influencing dudes. She got them changing their picks and shit.
Davidian.
Yo, Nika, you know he's a plus 665 on my book.
I'm gonna put money on that.
Wow.
Wow. 600 and what now?
665. 100 gets you $765. Crazy.
Yeah, that's. You know what? Let me go ahead and mark that down.
Guap says you can put on roughly 1 to 3 pounds of muscle a month naturally. Doing cardio will slow that down too. This is just fantasy talk. Canelo going 75 soon versus JP. Go. Who is JP?
Jake
Paul.
Man.
We'll see what happens. I heard Jake Paul's going to be fighting Tommy Fury. We got to see can he make it past that fight. I want to see Tommy Fury change his name. I want to see if Tyson Fury really makes him change his name or comes out and at least teases him and says it like, no, Tommy's got to change his name because he lost, you know. But then obviously say he's not serious. But I would just still like to see him tease his own brother about losing to the YouTuber. Because I don't think he's a YouTuber anymore. You know, I didn't really get into it when Nika brought it up, but I do want to double back. I think that, you know, the debate is worth it with her. He is good for the sport. I mean, he's good. He's trying to get
bringing eyes to the sport, but
but besides the eyes, he signed Amanda Serrano and he's trying to get $1 million to fight Katie. You know, Amanda was with Dazn. Amanda was with Dazn and couldn't get that.
With all these other fighters who put years of blood, sweat, and tears, and they're not getting nothing,
That's
man.
their fault.
And this guy comes in. I That's just my opinion. I don't.
I hear you, but Nika, what
I feel
about?
like he's not really fighting real boxers though.
He about to. He about to.
Okay.
But
all right,
Nika,
and
but
we'll
what
see,
about
and
what
we will
about the
see.
years he put in on YouTube? You grinding on YouTube. Look how hard it was for you to get to 1,000 subs, and you happy, right? He got millions. So
I ain't getting in the ring with nobody.
But you could. That's the thing. You built up your own fan base. That's your fan base. If all 1,000 people bought your
I'm not hating on
pay-per-view.
his hustle, but I just don't like that there's so many boxers out here who are making pennies, man, and they have dedicated their whole life to the sport. They don't get nothing. And this guy who pretty much started off as a joke with this stuff, he didn't take it serious to me, and he's making buku bread over
But
it. So that's just me. I feel like
how you call someone
relocating?
How you call someone relocating to Puerto Rico to train and removing himself from his family, surrounding himself with only pro fighters and trainers? How do you call that not taking it serious?
That's you think he moved to Puerto Rico for boxing? Like that was his main thing? That's what you think?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Well, you obviously a Jake Paul fan.
I mean, we just interviewed
Steve
Steve Cunningham.
He's from New Jersey, and I don't know. Like
we just interviewed Steve Cunningham, who is in Puerto Rico sparring him. Steve Cunningham is a 2-time former world cruiserweight champ.
Well, when he gets in there with the real boxer, then we could have this discussion again. Because he hasn't fought a real boxer in there. So right now he's feeling his own hype, and then he might get humbled. So I'm gonna put him on that list as well.
Humble pie.
Yo, he just beat a dude that's been fighting all his life. Like, I don't see how people still don't give him respect for the Woodley fight.
Woodley's not a boxer though.
He's a fighter.
He's a fighter,
He's not a boxer, but he's not a boxer though.
Yeah, I can't say that.
Candace said he moved his PR for the tax break.
That's what I think too. That was my thinking.
Y'all terrible, man.
I mean,
he could have went to Miami for that, man. Like you. Man, you and Danny in Miami trying to get the tax break. Get out of here. Y'all ain't go to Puerto Rico. He went to train with Amanda Serrano and BJ Flores. And, they holding camp out there, man. That's right. Woodley's an all-time great fighter. Like, how we not giving that dude credit
he's
for
not
that?
a boxer. He's not a boxer.
But you talking about a dude that started his career in front of a fucking camera. This is like a kid. He's still 24, right?
I understand that, but I could still, I feel like there's other boxers in the game that deserve this shine and this money that he's getting.
But they don't deserve it
I
if
feel
they
like
ain't got the
all
following.
these fighters that are coming in doing all of this, like coming from YouTube or like these celebrities, it's all fun and games now and entertainment until somebody actually really gets hurt. Like, then they're gonna start thinking twice about it. And it's coming. It is coming.
I don't know. I just feel differently. I feel like this man is a millionaire. And he makes millions off of creating a 2-minute video, right? But he's deciding to fight. And he hasn't quit. And he's fighting on he brought, what was that, 17,000 people to Ohio? Y'all tripping. And it's not you. I'm saying in general, the people that haven't embraced them yet, y'all tripping. Like, when's the last time we had 17,000 people in Ohio for a boxing fight? On a Sunday. He did this on a day that doesn't even belong to the sport. Y'all tripping. But I love it. I love it. He gonna keep proving y'all wrong. Look, he put Montana Love on and Amanda Serrano on. And what did Steve Cunningham say? He said, yo, I was paid more for the Frank Mir fight than I've been paid for some of my world title defenses. You can't hate that. When it's the fighters telling you this dude is lacing their pockets.
Yeah,
you gotta respect that. I mean,
I respect him for.
I respect it. You know why? I got a son.
Money, but
I got a son. I wish my son at 24 could be a fucking manager for somebody and make. You know what I'm saying? Like 24? Ain't he 24? That's impressive, man. That's impressive. 24, he doing all this. He just signed the woman that's what? How many years older is Amanda than him, right? So you talking about a woman about to be 40 in like 7 years or some shit, and she's deciding to turn her career over to a youngster. Like this dude wet behind the ears, so to speak, especially in boxing.
Because you know he has
You muted yourself.
Can you hear me? Good.
Yeah,
Sorry.
You're back.
I had a call coming through.
All good.
Don't ask me that
Nika,
question.
give out your channel again. Everybody's accent. And this is you without being seen. You got to come back when we could get you on camera. They're gonna get you to 2,000 subs in a day.
You there, Nika? I don't think she can hear us.
Really? She probably.
Oh, no, she's typing. Yeah. So you know what though? What were we actually just touching on? I was gonna try to see if I put my insight into what was being said, but I got thrown off. She has left the building.
Yeah, she probably got a call. I don't know what. I'm so mad that this isn't working, bro. Skype got me tight right now.
You tightest, bro. It's time to go StreamYardy.
You heard him? StreamYard. Get your face right, man. Ain't nobody doing StreamYard. Basuda B. They did an update. Don't be trying to get me to StreamYard. They did an update. You know what I'm saying?
My screen. I can't even see you. I lost your sound.
No, I hung up. I keep trying to hope that if I quit Skype and restart it, it's gonna work.
Bro, frozen on my screen right now. I'm like, what the fuck?
You don't hear me?
I hear you, but you're frozen on my screen.
Yeah, I'm telling you, this is buggy. They did an update. I didn't even update, bro. I come to my Skype and it's automatically updated. It does look cool, but it's buggy now, man. They tripping.
We might have to freaking go battle the Matrix agents in the Shadow Realm, champ, because I don't know.
Bruh, I'm so tight right now. This is bullshit.
I'm going to call you Titus.
But shout out to Nika. Why I keep calling her Naka?
Yo, Nika actually has some boxing, some pretty good.
No, I like her take. She's controversial. She reminds me of Maestro. It's that New York City shit.
It's that fucking Bronx shit.
That New York shit, man. Yo, we're gonna open up the phone lines if you want to call in. You already know. If not, we up out of this piece. Ness Heyman. I thought she was back and shit. I'm like, what?
These calls are brought to you by Big Rigs Trucking Agency, experts for all your insurance and trucking needs. For quotes and consultations, visit us at brtagency.com or contact us at 908-943-6918.
All right. If you want to call in, you know the number. Now we going out to PBC. What up?
Mr. PBC, baby.
BoxingVoice.com.
I'm the flyest. Canelo talking about he believe he can win. Go to my kitchen. Get the sharpest knife and cut the bullshit up. I don't care what you do good. I do every fucking thing great.
Mr. PBC, baby.
Señor PBC.
What up? What
Señor
up? What up?
Señor PBC, ¿está ahí o cricket
All right,
time?
we're going out the J to the mat.
So you hating?
I'm that guy. What you want to bet on? Bet 100,000 on that. Let's bet $1 million. You getting that money, right? Easy. Let's bet $1 million easy. And I for the bread. When I him, y'all gonna say he was too weak on my life.
Okay, bow down, bitches. I'm about to handle business. I'ma teach you all a lesson. This'll only take a minute. Got a part and all this passion in my blood. Niggas hating just because. Think about it. Everybody love Bud. J-Mac, where you at? All these niggas hating on me. Shit is whack. So official with it. Go and check the stats. Hey, I'm out here trying to get it. Next, I only got a minute.
Get ready for the Mac attack.
Yo, can you hear me?
Yes.
Mac.
Yo, can you hear me?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Hey, Ness, if you
Yes.
read that message, disregard the fuck out that message.
I read it.
Okay. You read the whole thing to the entirety?
Yep.
Oh, yeah, all right, cool. All right. I definitely can't start no shit like that. Nah, I like her girl, man. She bring the right type of controversy. Nice on the eyes. Seemed like she know a little bit. She was tripping with that Shakur, but it'd be a good, it's good when you could have a debate with somebody. Definitely don't know her boxing IQ, but she definitely has some good opinions. I would like to go on her show and actually debate. Remember, we did ask you about that, about the debating part. But shit, what's the topic?
Hey, there, man. It's Thursday, man. We got Navarrete.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Oh Bud beat the toss shit out of Canelo. Beat all them fucking freckles off his flat footed ass. And whatever. Y'all don't want Bud in that ring with Canelo. I don't know why dudes acting like it can't happen. I mean, shit. Bud get in the ring and do some things, Canelo. I guarantee you won't hear Canelo call his name. If Bud stops Sean Porter, or when he does, I guarantee you ain't gonna hear Canelo. You ain't never heard Canelo call Bud name. He talking about Spence and whatever for a reason. He ain't gonna talk about no Terence Crawford. And if there's anybody out there to do it, it definitely would be Terence Crawford. Now, however, I am talking shit and I'm trolling. I do want to see Bud against the bigger guys like Jamel Cholo, like a Canelo Alvarez. I mean, shit. After he beat Bud, if he can't get the fights at PBC on welterweight, why not go after Jamel? And then maybe if he beat Jamel, Canelo might feel like he got a big enough buzz to get in the ring with him. And I just like to see that. I want to see Crawford challenge. I want to see Crawford put in a position where he's uncomfortable. And I think it's gonna be the bigger guys. I don't think it's gonna be the guys at 147. That's my honest opinion. That's my call.
All right. James, what up?
This is James.
Yo, what's up, Ness? You hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yo, man. Hey, I just want to call and say, man, this is just another good show. Nika, man, she brings some good energy to the show, man. So, I've been a subscriber of hers. I forgot I was a subscriber of hers until I searched her name again. I was like, damn, I need to go ahead and listen to her. She got some good takes. She's pretty entertaining. Other than that, hey, Doomy, man, you got to stop believing the bullshit, man. You got to stop believing the bullshit, man. You just need to go ahead, just reread that super chat that I sent right there. His team full of shit, and I'm going to stand on it, man. And other than that, man, yo, keep this show going, man. Hey, man, I'll see y'all guys again in the future, man. I'm out.
All right.
Champy. Yeah, man, look, bro. I mean, look, I guess, that's what my friend always says, that I'm always like, the optimist, of the group. I'm always trying to find the best in every situation. And and the only reason I believe it this much, James, is because I feel like what would be your reason? Like, how much is this bad press really gonna hurt you in the grand scheme of things if you didn't apologize? Like, I just don't know, But I mean, look, reading it, you could probably in comparing it to how eloquently Malik Scott's been speaking as of late, maybe you could make that assumption, but it's an assumption. At the end of the day, if Wilder didn't want something to be put out there, he wouldn't allow it. He's the boss. It's his IG at the end of the day, right? So I don't think anybody's the boss of Wilder. I think maybe he just, something sat in and sat in at a right time, and he just got to agree that the better man won that night. And isn't that what we were asking for? You know what I mean? I don't know.
Let me go to Mr. PBC over here talking crazy like we didn't go to him first.
Señor PBC, we definitely stopped on PBC.
I'm going to play mad sound bites over his call for talking shit. Mr. PBC.
Yo, can I get my
We played that shit already. We played that shit. Maybe you need to clean your fucking ears.
Hold on. Yeah. I mean, I got like I said before, we're gonna see these dudes fight again. At the end of the day, the heavyweight division too small. But I've been saying Bud is gonna be should move up to fight Canelo. His frame and body frame and Earl's ain't that much of a difference. And if Earl can do it, I think Bud can do it too once they fight each other. I got Bud beating Canelo just like I said before. Earl would too. But yeah, man, I pay good money, so don't let a nigga wait until the end of the show, But that's my call.
I'm gonna pay you good money. Majid, what up?
Majid, come forth.
Yeah, everybody needs to like the video, subscribe to the channel, join YouTube members and Patreon for something. I don't really got much to say except I feel like if they're gonna be trying to put Spence in there with Canelo after that eye injury, I feel like Canelo will catch him with the same shit he caught Caleb Plant with, and that eye get loose. So if anybody got a chance at this point, it would be Crawford out of those two. But with that weight disparity, that shit gonna take more than some time. Canelo probably be a heavyweight by then. But shit, good video. That's all I got.
All right.
Let's go, champ.
Let's go, champ.
I got one question for you.
Who's next?
Why you always laugh when you play it?
Hey, Daddy, this a Dolla beat.
I drink soda, I eat pizza, I hang out with chicks all day. These fighters still can't beat me. They fighting every day, they in the gym every day. Just give me 6 weeks, and I got it.
BoxingVoice.com.
That's Heyman.
Steve, come forth.
Yeah, you finally found your diamond in the rough, huh?
What do you mean?
I'll tell you this, at least she's not ignorant and rude like some of the other guests you've had on here, but we won't say any names. Sometimes names don't need to be said, but I liked her. You could bring her back anytime. I liked her perspective on things. I thought too, what she said about Navarrete, I agree. This is a pretty lackluster weekend compared to what we just saw last weekend. But as far as these fights this weekend, I'm going. The Dazn card is all A-side loaded. They got like a junior flyweight fight that might be somewhat competitive. The ESPN card is basically just Navarrete, and I see some people were saying they were going for Joet. I don't see it. But, yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens. But that's as far as, like, this weekend. The only other thing you had was that I'd comment on is with the Montana Love. Yeah, I don't know who he fights over there. I think I was telling some guys earlier, I think he's just, he got money, he got an offer, he's going to take it. I don't know why, PBC didn't sign the guy. He was on Showtime all the time. He had plenty of good fights over there for him.
They didn't
so
offer
he
him
goes
the right
to Eddie
offer.
now.
It's obviously they didn't offer him the right offer.
I'm not mad at, I like him. But it's like, who's he going to, he's going to fall into the same thing like Boo Boo, like Farmer.
I mean, he's
like,
got guys.
Who else?
He's got guys over there. He's got Mikey. He's got Haney. He's got Josh Taylor.
Yeah, but Taylor's with, I thought with Bob.
Ooh.
Taylor's not with Eddie.
You're right. I said Josh Taylor. I thought that was, you're right.
Yeah, there's really nobody over there unless he moves around weight class. We'll see who he fights, but I got a feeling he's gonna fight these Euro dudes and get very good for him, Just like I said, like Farmer did, like Boo Boo did, like I forget who else I was saying, but it's like we'll see. But hey, shout out to him for getting what he wanted. I like to see that too.
Mm-hmm.
So that's all I got.
All right.
Well, alrighty then.
Yo, first of all, let me say, I don't pay Showtime to see you all there not even putting a goddamn motherfucking effort. If I want to see some motherfucker just fight, I pick up a fight with somebody in the street. Don't need that shit.
You don't love this form, my dude? Just move along. Gone. Fuck you. Next. What great show. Thumbs up, donate.
Yo, what's happening, people?
What up?
Mr. Gibbs, Dumatron of the Spirit.
Let's go, Doomtron status. What up, Georgie?
Yo, listen, Doomy, tell Nez that Canelo gonna beat the fucking brakes of Plant. And on the same night, he's jumping in the limousine going to Alabama and bitch slapping Wilder too.
Wow.
What do you think about that?
Disrespect is all I think about that.
Wow. Look at this guy.
Yo, shout out to the Yante, though. Bomb Squad. Shout out to the man. He finally, can see. He can see. That's awesome. You know? That's fucking beautiful. It could be a new style. Maybe, you know what? I say a year from now, probably we're going to have them together. Like commentating in a big fight or some shit like that. Watch it. Crawford, listen. Another caller said it before me. Crawford's like the fucking eye test fucking god. This is it's in me. I know it's not only me, but a lot of the fans think the same way that I think, that Crawford, when he's facing Porter, he's going to see his biggest challenge. Am I right or wrong here?
Yes, you're right.
So this is it for Crawford because he ain't getting no younger. I think they're gonna put it on him though. I think that fucking what is it called? You be calling for years is the Bob Arum fucking cherry diet.
Top rank diet.
That shit gonna get exposed big time. If Porter beating like decisively that stop him, then the whole thing was a mirage. If Porter stop him, it's a mirage. That's pretty much my call. I gotta go. Everybody support the channel. Donate. I'm outie.
Outie.
The champy.
Doomy.
Call him the champy. Georgie.
Call you your face.
Call me. I'm smelling the food right now.
Don't try to get out of the work, man. Hawk, Maryland, do me already talking about hunger and it's been 3 hours and crying like a baby.
I've been working out. I need my nourishment.
You ready, Hawk?
Yo, what up, Ness?
I'm over here, man, dealing with the crybaby.
How you doing? Hey, about the Canelo Crawford thing, man. That's real. That's just crazy. Crawford had Pacquiao in his weight class for how many years didn't get that fight? He had Earl Spence in his weight class. How many years we didn't get that fight? And now everybody want to start talking about Crawford and Canelo, and he like 4 weight classes apart. Don't even waste your time. But as far as Wilder, I think Wilder can do just like Canelo did. Who did Canelo fight after he lost to Floyd? Floyd was the best pound for pound, just like Tyson Fury is right now. And Canelo rebounded his career after losing to Floyd. He didn't take a seat.
He fought
with the dude with the dog chains. With the dog chains, right?
Mm-hmm.
With the dog chains.
Right. That's who he fought. A big name, but a dude that was so and so.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Wilder can do. My point I'm making is, if Wilder take his next fight cautiously, not nothing crazy, just like Canelo did after losing to Floyd, and Wilder go on and keep winning, as long as Tyson Fury doesn't lose to anybody, just like Floyd did, and Wilder keeps going on and don't lose, his whole career could be resurrected just like Canelo did. All he can always say, Tyson ain't never lose to nobody, and that's the only person I ever lost to. And same thing Canelo's got going for him right now. People really don't even bring it up no more because it was Floyd, because how good Floyd was. Guess what? Tyson Fury's got that same aura right now. So if they match Wilder up smartly, get him back out there, match him up smartly, then he can start going here taking with the other fights when he gets confidence back. But as long as he don't lose, his career can bloom just like Canelo. He got about 3 or 4 more years, I think. At least three good years.
Bruh, Canelo was in his 20s, man. He was in his 20s when he fought Floyd, man. Wilder's 36.
But But
In a few
heavyweight
days.
fighting, you get way more attention.
I
You
hear
get way
you.
more attention per fight.
I hear
Yeah.
you, man. I hear you.
So if he,
I hope you're right.
yeah, if he can get like 3 fights in, maybe get a Dylan White in there. By the time next year over, you get a Dylan White in there, or maybe a Dazn. Hey, his name gonna be, and he wins. His name gonna be fire.
Yo,
He
that's
just said he
really
couldn't
got
be
Caleb
Fury.
Plant up there now.
Huh?
Nah, Ness got Caleb Plant up on the screen right now.
Okay, the Plant. Oh yeah. Oh, he going down. So Canelo gonna wipe him out. But yeah, that's my call though.
All right.
See, even Hawk knows what's gonna happen.
What's gonna happen?
He going down.
Yo, was you able to see or no?
See what?
The text I sent you, did it open up? Because you ain't fucking text me.
I've already seen the entire specs.
You ain't even fucking answer though. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like a text, like, oh, all right, we talk after the show. Like, nah.
It's captivated by your initiative.
Let me just be quiet here and not say shit because I'm a
constant
weirdo.
initiative and shit.
John in Michigan, what up?
You guys hear me all right?
We hear you.
All right. I like Crawford a lot. I mean, at least he has confidence because, like, I like when fighters say what they're supposed to say and not, just talk crazy. But yeah, that weight disparity is too much to me. I like Wilder a lot. I just want to see him fight a notable name. I don't want to see no tune-up or some guy I never heard of before. So as long as he fights a recognizable name, he can't do no wrong, in my opinion. And I got Navarrete. I was never really impressed by Joet Gonzalez. He got a good win against Mariaga, but I just need to see him do more because, the only name he fought was Shakur. And Montana Love, I like Eddie Hearn a lot just because, like, in terms of unifications and promoting, the last one I could think about where we had 2 separate networks coming to a deal for unification was like Jose Ramirez and what's his name? The dude that fought that I don't even remember his name. Jeez. Maurice I don't know, the 140-pounder that went on to lose like 2 in a row. But that was a unification between 2 different networks, so I think it'll work out for him in the end. Just got to see him fight more because I only saw him fight one time in my life, and that was on the undercard of Jake Paul. So that's my call.
All right. If he's talking about Montana Love fought a lot on Showtime, and that's why Steve was saying he shocked Showtime or PBC haven't given him a dilly deal on the really real. We going out to Dumatron.
Dumatron is on the line.
Oh, we're going out to Kevin in Chicago.
Donnie Wilder. Donnie Wilder came out and did that whole Instagram post after
the
videos
Gandhi?
are out.
You said Gandhi?
Donnie, Donn.
Oh.
Donnie.
Who's Donnie?
Donnie Wilder. He came out. You know what I'm joking. His name is Donnie now.
Oh, they're changing his name from
He
Beyonce
came out.
to Donnie. Okay.
He came out and he did that Instagram post after the videos came out of that whole, I don't respect you. After all that, the whole aftermath videos that they post and chop up. Now he's like, that's not a good look. So let me come out and congratulate him, save face a little bit.
Yeah.
So that's what that was about.
A lot of people
and
are.
How about this?
A lot of people are suggesting that.
Yep. And how about this one? I ain't letting them off the hook, and I'm not letting the fans off the hook. Andre Ward promoting that conspiracy. It starts at the top.
What conspiracy?
That was a slow count. I don't think they did that right. And then you got everyone repeating conspiracies on the all these channels. Oh, you see how they robbed them? They cheated again. He cheated. just more same bullshit. They're still coming up with this excuses. They let them have a full count. They cheated. That's why we got to make our own promotion because we get cheated. It's just ridiculous. This shit never ends. It's a never-ending circus act. But what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?
Well, all right, Kevin. Thank you for keeping it clean, champ. We're going out to Justin in Jersey.
Yo, that's what up.
What up?
Yeah, man. I think, to be honest, man, it hurts to say. I think that Wilder should retire, man.
Oh, shit.
I just think that. I think I heard something about his statement after the fight. He said that he took like a shot to the ear in the first round, and that's why he was like his equilibrium was off and everything. And if he's gonna be moving like that after taking a shot, man.
Justin, I'm gonna come right back to you. I'm so sorry. James, I'm sorry, brothers. Justin, I'm sorry, but I gotta go to James. He paid for a counterpunch like 3 calls ago, and I'm in a whole nother world.
Cool. It's cool. I hate I interrupted Justin because he's preaching the same shit I've been talking about. You know, he should really consider that. But hey, man, y'all was trying to laugh at that Canelo and 8, man. But why not, man? I mean, Wilder don't move for shit. I mean, Kovalev was pretty much a bigger fighter that could move better than Wilder and probably got more technical skill. And Canelo went 11. So why wouldn't Canelo do better damage with a fighter stiff as Wilder, man? I'm just saying. I don't think PBC is even comfortable putting Wilder in with a Mike Coffey right now, man. I think they want to just let him just chill, let him really consider his career and everything like that. And then we're probably going to see an Areola 2 or maybe a Stavern 3. And that's my counter.
Fatality.
Oh, shit.
Justin, what up? Sorry about that, champ.
Yeah, no problem, man. Yeah, but if he's gonna move like that after taking a shot, it's just like I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it, man. I want to see him moving. I want to see him moving the way he moved, when he had all those victories. And everybody got to know when to hang up the gloves, man. And as far as the Terence Crawford and Canelo, man, Terence Crawford, he's really fun to watch because I think he's got great footwork. But my only one gripe about him is that he just takes too many hits, man. And to go up against Canelo, if he's gonna be fighting like he did against Mean Machine, I think there's no way, man. The dude's too much of a light. He's too light for that. I don't know why he said that just to get some headlines or something, but he ain't moving up to 168. But I really like to see him fight Ortiz, Crawford. But that's my call. What's your take on that?
Nah, I mean, I would love those fights, man. Ortiz, Crawford. What Ortiz?
Victor Ortiz. I mean Virgil Ortiz.
I was about to say, what? I'm like, wait.
Nah.
Oh, yeah. Everybody
Not
wants
Victor.
Virgil now, especially since Virgil already got Cat Velasquez on his resume in like half the amount of time. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, that's a decent fight.
Yeah, that'd be a great fight.
Yeah.
Well,
That's
yeah.
it, man. Thank you for calling in, Justin. We appreciate you. Who we got? JP Long Beach. What up?
Long Beach in the house. Yeah.
Doomy Ness, what up, y'all? Thursday night.
Chilling.
Yeah. How you feeling, Champy?
Man, I can't complain. How you feeling, bro? You 100%?
I'm freaking Dumatron activated, man. The only way you stop it is you got the Dumatronium.
That's right. Glad to hear it, bro. It's Friday, Junior. What I call the Thursday. So, Look, man, shout out to Nika because finally I have someone who echoes what I've been saying. Shakur is boring as shit. I call him Shabor, Boringson. All right, he ain't hit nobody hard, and he ain't doing nothing spectacular. And everybody got all this pussy on the pedestal, and I don't understand why. I mean, what is it? Somebody clear it up for me. I've been taking a lot of heat on the back call for calling him Shabor. Finally, the young lady, beautiful young woman, agreed with me. I'm happy about it. But as for Deontay, man, I'm glad the statement that was released, whether he wrote it or not, probably not, but maybe Deontay is eloquent when he gets the pen in his hand. And, and he released a statement, and I like to see it, me personally. I do understand. I don't want nobody telling me how great of a dude, hey, yo, hell of a fighter, great fight tonight, and a man like you. I don't want to hear that shit after you just kicked my ass. Don't tell me how great I am after I just lost. Let me, leave me. I don't want to hear from you personally after I just lost to you. We can be cool, but I don't want you to. I'm not right now. So, but I am glad the statement was released. But one thing that Deontay should do going forward, and I wouldn't be surprised that happens. Power punchers. I think it's a big ego element to it. So we could go back to George Foreman. We could fast forward to Mike Tyson. You can even use guys like Tito Trinidad or even a smaller fighter like Vic Darchinyan. These type of fighters who are known for getting you out of there with one punch. Once that shield of invincibility is broken, they tend to not recover well, and they don't recoup and get back on track that fast. It took Foreman 20 years or whatever it was to come back to the sport. After Mike Tyson's nut was cracked, pause, he was never the same. And Tito Trinidad, you could say the same. Vic Darchinyan, you could say the same. And this is just some dudes off the top of my head. Wilder should probably, it'd be cool if he go away for 3-4 years, continue practicing, come back in about 3-4 years, and we'll love it. We'll buy it, man. So I wouldn't be surprised if that happened. And he got, by that time, a $50 million bag waiting for him. That's my call.
Cha-ching, 50 mil. No spill, champ.
Let me send this little thing to my girl Nika. You know what I'm saying? And then I'm gonna share it with Chad because she out here thinking my man Shakur ain't in shape.
I don't know, man. Maybe it's some.
He in shape.
It's misinformation now.
Look at this shape.
Shape.
Mm-hmm. Look at this. What we got here?
Shape the shape.
Look. He out here with dogs too. You see his grandfather there. He out here with dogs. How he gonna be struggling to make weight amongst all these animals? You know what I'm saying? And they all look up to him.
Lions in the camp.
Nika, stop it! Look at that. Who in the front of that sprint right there? Chill, yo. Chill.
No.
Trying to sway the money on Shakur, man. Look, ain't this some more? Let me see what's this about. Oh, look at these guys. Sweat flying off. Nika, where you at? Huh? Look, everybody watching. The champ at work. You are now tuned in to a master at work. Remember that DJ? What was the DJ that had that drop?
I don't know. DJ Deadmau5. Look, yo, he's sprinting.
Hey, yo, look what she sent me, yo. I'm about to go.
Yeah.
Look, she took screenshots of him and it. Yo, so all my Crawford fans, where y'all at? Tell me y'all ain't used to see Crawford do this. Tell me y'all ain't see Crawford do this. Crawford did worse than this, Nika. Crawford would wear this. Crawford
that's information.
Huh?
You ever heard of faking the funk? You might put a picture out there like you partying, but you're really not. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, listen to me. All I'm saying is that this picture is the same exact thing that Crawford would do. They got a whole show on HBO called Ring Life.
Is a mastermind. You know what I mean? He knows how to he knows his grandson too, man. They got this shit down to a science, champ. That's why I give Shakur mad credit too.
I'm in love with Nika now because I'm debating her on Shakur, who I always told you is a great fighter.
Hit him with the. Hey, ¿qué pasó?
So September 26th. When is the fight? The 30th. So I don't see how this means he's struggling. I mean, what if he ate that weekend, right? Right, Doomy? What if I'm training, right? I got 8 weeks to train, right? 10 weeks to train, but it's my girl's birthday. I took her to dinner, and I had a fucking banana split Sunday at the end.
How many weeks is the fight?
The fight ain't till the 30th, man. He got a whole 2 weeks. And this post is from the 26th, right, Nika?
Listen,
she said this one is 2 weeks out.
You gotta know what.
And she's saying anyone doing this 2 weeks out having trouble with weight.
Who told you that, Nika?
That's what I'm saying. Why he couldn't just have ice cream over the weekend and wanted to burn it off on Monday?
Let me tell you something, especially the last 2 weeks, right? It's liquid manipulation. You know, they're just making sure that.
Oh my God, she said this from the 23rd. Even worse, girl. Even worse.
Yeah.
Or is the fight the 23rd? Is she saying the fight the 23rd? Is she saying the fight the 23rd? Or is she saying the post is from the 23rd? Oh, this post is from October 11th. I actually say it right there on the picture. Ow. That was 3 days ago.
Yo, real quick. Canna B4 Men says, is Nika married or single now? Asking for a friend.
Single. She's single. She already says she's single. That's why everybody over there like, oh, Nika.
Canna wanted the confirmation.
I love how he did it too. He said asking for a friend. His friends happen to be named Canna B4 Men.
Yo, Twin says, shout out to Nika. Y'all newbies late though. Relax. All right, Twin. JB Cinema says, funny how Canelo haters talk poo-poo about fighting. Nobody's quote unquote, but here we are having them say 147 Crawford can beat Canelo. Stop it. Y'all going to broke again, just like y'all did with Billy Joe Saunders. Laughing emoji. I mean, we had a lot of faith in Billy.
John, I need a 140 pounder. You think I wasn't gonna see that thing? He said, I dress like how does Shakur every day. I guess he meant to put I dress how Shakur does every day. I hit the gym and I'm already in good shape. I need a 140 pounder, man. Can I get a 140 pounder?
Can I get it?
I need one. Look, I'm going to go to my story now because I posted it on my stories, man.
Posted it on my story too, champion. Real quick, Nika comes through with her own super chat and says, for having me on. I appreciate it. Well, we appreciate you coming on, hanging with us in the Terror Dome, and holding your own. John F. says, Wilder in the top 10 and can possibly beat AJ.
Don't ask me that question.
I always loved that fight, man. We've been wanted that before we wanted any other Fury fight or anything else. Styles make fights, man. I still think that AJ could pull it off with Fury, you know. But you know, again, Fury's just time and time again.
Nika saying that Shakur doesn't have a strength and conditioning coach because they share the same one, him and Hearn. And he told the strength and conditioning coach, pick a side. It's either me or Hearn. And the dude went with Hearn.
Yo, it's all good, you know. He got to find out who.
Yo, you got a lot of inside info.
Yo, but that doesn't matter, though.
Man, my man's still coming through with them Jersey sluggers. Them door knockers. He about to flatten them. What Tyson called them? Knuckle busters. Knuckle dusters.
Knuckle busters.
No, did he say knuckle dusters?
Dusters? Oh yeah.
Yo, he gonna come through with them knuckle dusters out that southpaw, man.
I'm gonna agree with Nika that. Yeah.
Oh, you're gonna agree? She swayed you.
Finish. Jesus, you jumped in fast.
She swayed you.
said I'm gonna agree with her that Jamel Herring is probably the toughest guy that he's fought so far. But as far as him, like, humbling Shakur, nah, we're not gonna see none of that. We're gonna see a good fight. But you guys, maybe you'll give Shakur his respect after this one, and maybe you'll give Joet Gonzalez some respect if he makes it through the 12 rounds.
She gotta give him his respect. She picking Herring.
Listen.
She betting on Herring.
We got the crow list over here. So
She humble. I mean, she picking Herring and she betting on Herring. So you already know what it is. She gotta respect him after he do him dirty. Listen, just don't be like the Floyd Pacquiao family. Oh, that was a boring fight, man. Nah, you know what Shakur is. It's up to Herring to do more. If you want more than what you getting, tell Herring to do it. Let me get back to the Carlos.
I'm good. I beat Polly. I left with his belt and his girl.
It's a Dolla beat.
Hey, Pops, brush my hair one time. And I know all y'all against me. All that soft talking. I know you can do it, man. You got the. Let's shut that soft ass shit up.
BoxingVoice.com.
What up, Ness? What up, Doomy?
What up?
Another day. I heard y'all talking. I don't know about Terence Crawford talking about he can fight Canelo. I think he trying to steal some headlines because that right there is crazy. Too much weight. He's hittable. Canelo's got power. I just think that wouldn't be a good fight, and it'd probably end somewhere in the middle rounds. He's just too light. What else are you talking about?
Navarrete, Joet Gonzalez, who you got?
I haven't really watched a lot of Joet Gonzalez, so I'm gonna go with Navarrete because I watched his last fight live with King. I don't know. He's an awkward dude, man. He's always there. He swings a lot. He brings a lot of pressure. So I'm just gonna go with him based on seeing him live and in person. Anything else?
Well,
get it. I'm doing a new poll.
Crawford thinks he could beat Canelo. We had Wilder, finally speaks. And then predictions for this night, Navarrete versus Joet Gonzalez.
Wilder speaking, and if that's him, I think that's good for him. I mean, you have to have a sense of sportsmanship. I can see why he maybe, in a sense, why he didn't do it in the moment, but at least he was classy enough to do it now, even though some people might misconstrue that as all the backlash he got from not having sportsmanship. So that's going to be the tough part, even though he put out a statement like a grown man. People might not believe it just because of the fact that it came after the backlash. But, man, that's all I got, y'all.
Let's go, champ. I see you.
Majimbe, que lo que?
De lo mío.
What up, champ?
Yo, I find it kind of interesting how the Prince of Africa or Mali, tends to always agree with these women on the panel when they come on, aka JP. Talking.
Yeah, he was a Lady Shan fan, right?
Yo,
he married her. He married her on these YouTube streets. He said.
Talking about Shakur. Come on, man. Yeah, boring. It's just that y'all just don't appreciate boxing. These are the type of boxing fans that shouldn't be boxing fans. You got to learn how to appreciate all aspects of the sport, in my opinion. That's not taking shots at JP, even though it is, but he's one of my favorite callers. But it's just, come on, man. I mean, my man's out here schooling guys, doing his thing. People are ducking him already at, what is he, 23, 24? I mean, let's just be serious. The guy's doing his thing. He's going to be around for a long time. When you have veterans of the sport already giving him credit, and as you said it, Lomachenko, the only person he hasn't talked shit about is Shakur. That to me says a lot.
But on to Crawford. I like what he's doing. I do like what he's doing. I like that. I don't know if he actually believes that. But I mean, Khan gave Canelo problems for the first 3 or 4 rounds, and then he got stopped. I think Crawford's a better boxer, has a better chin. Maybe he can give Canelo problems at 160. Would that mean that Canelo would have to come down to 160? I mean, he probably won't. That won't happen unless Crawford ends up getting 2 million followers after this fight, and then maybe he can negotiate him down to maybe 162, 163, and then maybe that fight can happen. But I mean, let's be serious. More than likely, that fight's not going to happen. I am wondering if Ness, you were on the right path, saying that Canelo is going to become a fight a heavyweight, not become a heavyweight, but fight a heavyweight. I mean, he does have Jeremiah Milton on there, sparring Sanchez. Maybe he would like to have that Usyk challenge. Who knows? But yeah, great show, JP, man. Stop giving love to all these women for no reason. I'll talk to you later.
All right. We going to
El próximo.
Houston.
Brandon in Houston.
Yeah. What up, Brandon? Where's his other intro? Fucking hell.
Oh!
Fucking hell.
Alrighty then.
Excuses.
Stop making
I knew
excuses,
it was coming.
bro. Get it done, man. Stop making excuses, bro.
All right.
Yo,
No excuse.
I just played it the other day too. I don't know how I'm misplacing it. Like, what happened here?
Soft ass shit. Shut that soft ass shit up.
This says, this say Brand. You know what it is? He sends it like, and it's a run-on sentence. There's no spaces, no commas. Lord, let me separate this, man.
And I know you can do it, man. You got the.
Yeah, man.
Let's start with this. I'm a creative genius.
SDS.
And now, the most dangerous producer on YouTube, Brandon in Houston.
SDS Promotions.
Well, man, let's give Ness a round of applause for putting that together. You know what I'm saying? Because we knew I was gonna throw a fit if he didn't have my intro ready, man. And the rest of SDS, promotions as well. But what I was just saying is that boxing fans, you can't make none of these motherfuckers happy, man. I mean, Wilder put out a statement and motherfuckers talk about, it's only because of the footage. That's the only reason. Like, God damn. I mean, what else did you want? You were saying he didn't say nothing. And he's a sore loser, so he put out a statement, and now they're trying to say, well, Mark Berlin also deserves an apology. Like, bro, can we be happy with the statement he put out? Nah, we can't. Then I see, Shakur Stevenson. Let me say, all styles matter, man. If you like brawling style, like, well, Wilder ain't got no skills. You say Wilder don't have any skills. All he do is throw one punch at a time. Shakur Stevenson got a deep bag of offensive skills, but he's boring. He's skillful, but he's boring because he don't have any power. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's annoying. Very annoying, man. I saw that also Wilder having surgery on Monday. He's going to be out for 3.5 months, so he won't be able to train, but, like, during that time, he need to be running. That whole, you can run with a broken hand, champ. Like, you can run and you can work on head movement. You don't need no punches to do that. So hopefully, Godspeed to Wilder. Yeah, man. What else y'all was talking about?
You're serious?
Oh, Crawford. Crawford thinking he can beat Canelo. I don't see that happening. Because if I'm a person that thinks Virgil Ortiz can knock his ass out, I know Canelo can knock his ass out.
What?
So,
Hey,
Hey,
Yeah,
get the
I
fuck
think
out of here because I'm gonna fuck you out right now, mother.
Nah, man, listen, man. You can. Crawford got the biggest ego like in boxing. You get him into. If you challenge Crawford, he the type of dude to stand there and be like, "Oh, you challenging me? We're gonna say that. See, you do that with Virgil Ortiz, he's gonna knock Crawford ass out, man. I'm telling y'all. Y'all think I know? Y'all think Crawford is this and that? I'm telling you, he do that shit with Virgil Ortiz. Virgil putting his ass on the ground, man. And you can get him to do it too. You can go him into them exchanges, man. He right there to be hit. We seen me and Machine put him down. I know Virgil can put his ass down for real. Texas, we ride together. But that's my call, man.
Let's go, champ. You know what I mean?
So, speaking of Wilder's statement, it looks like Tyson Fury came out, quote tweeted Wilder's tweet and put a handshaking emoji and put the greatest trilogy of all time. So he accepted Wilder's congratulations and also accepted it as a
burying of the hatchet.
Well, more like an apology if he shook his hand because he put the emoji handshaking.
Yeah, nah, I think it's just burying the hatchet, man. Fucking 3 crazy wars. These guys gotta just. This is the best thing that could have happened. What do they want? What did you expect for Deontay Wilder to come out, give you the whole fucking Mont Blanc pen to ink to paper type of thing, and you guys had to see him right? Come on, we move on.
Terminated.
Yeah, terminated.
Can you hear my dog snoring?
Yeah, she's quite the Snorlax. Remember that Pokemon? No,
you hear
Snorlax.
That? You hear that?
Yeah.
She's out of control.
Yo. High maintenance.
J-Mac, Boomerang.
Muchas gracias, Mexican style. Muchas gracias, champion, campeón.
Boomerang.
Yo, can you hear me?
Loud and clear, campeonazo.
Okay, yeah, I forgot. Shout out to Ortiz. Boots running scared, ducking them. Don't want no smoke with Virgil. Brandon Lance. I do agree with, I give Ortiz beating the Boots, but all this, Ortiz gonna beat Bud. I mean, just because you're from Texas don't mean you gotta be delusional, brother. I live in Dallas. I actually had the luxury of seeing Ortiz in the gym and all that stuff like that, but nah, he ain't ready for that Bud smoke. All you guys that think Bud can't beat Canelo, I mean, I done seen Canelo outbox before, and Bud is fully capable of it. Everybody that's saying Bud get hit too much, that's what happens when you go after the knockout, or you press the gas on somebody. So I mean, I think in the Canelo fight, he'll fight a lot sharper, a lot smarter. And like I said, I think Doomy was just checking on it. If Canelo called Bud out, I think Bud would respond if he was serious, or just call his bluff, see what he really talking about. As far as the Wilder incident, Fury just accepting it, that's where it should be at. I think when two men get together and settle their differences how they want to, I think as fans sometimes we overstep. Just like I said, he didn't need to if he didn't feel like he needed to, and I also said he do it when he felt like he needed to do it at the same time. And you seen what happened as soon as he said. Now he put it out there for a PR stunt. Now he's put it out there because he heard the backlash. I don't think Wilder give a fuck that much, really. I think sometimes as fans, we just want coattail ride our narratives till the wheels fall off and just wanted to be what it is. Like, Wilder came out and did it when he felt like it was time to do it. And I think that's where it should be left at. Shit, I like old girl. JP is a simp. He fall in love easily. What else I got? Oh yeah, Boots. I think Boots stop. I think Ortiz stop Boots. That's my call.
Yo. Who you picking? Navarrete or Joet Gonzalez?
You know what? The best dad ever. He just made a good logical bet. I think we'll go with Navarrete, Mikey, and I'm gonna go with Hearn. That's my 3. I know Hearn is next week. Listen, don't get it twisted. I'm a big Shakur fan. I just think Hearn's that dude that could beat Shakur. I got a real strong feeling about it, and I'm going with Hearn in that Shakur fight. But that's my pick.
So, basically, Nike changed their mind too.
No. I liked her. Listen, I liked her. I think she was hating on Shakur a little bit. Now I ain't gonna say hating. I'm serious. I think she was wrong about Shakur. For what he is and what he ain't. I think the dude got a lot of hits, but I guess when you a potential great and the things you plan on coming, I think Shakur's the dude. I think Brandon was right when he said that these dudes they don't know what they want in boxing. Shakur's a talented young fighter, and I think he got the goods. I just think that Hearn is the guy that can upset him, honestly.
Oh, I
Phillies.
Majimbe Boomerang.
Damn.
Boomerang. Give me Navarrete. I think.
How you think he does it?
I think knockout.
Wow.
What?
I think knockout.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
First
it's
fight
just
or past the 6?
Oh, past the 6. Past the 6. I mean, if you looked at most of Navarrete's knockouts, it's always been past the 6 because it's like he frustrates people. They start leaving themselves open, trying to attack that awkward style that he has, and then he catches them.
Bro,
yeah,
Navarrete in the 6th round is plus 1,200. That don't sound like they believe he gonna do that.
He's gonna do that. I don't know how much I want to bet on it, but he's definitely gonna do that. You know what? I'm gonna put some money on that. Yeah. I'll put some money on that. Using TBV on wait. Well, what is it, Ness?
Code bet TBV on my bookie, but thanks for trying.
Yeah. I tried. Yo, and I also want to call out Trey Miller, man. Come back on the back call, man. We need that great boxing mind over there.
What happened to him, man? What happened to him?
He was on the chat today on YouTube. I'm hoping he comes back there, man. He's a good guy. I think probably one of the best minds in boxing that we have in the TBV community. So we need to get him back on and popping over there. So, great show, guys. I'll talk to y'all later.
Let's go, champ. Yeah, Trey Miller, man. He usually be on the chatty. Brandon with the kick counter punch.
Brandon.
Yo, yeah, I was listening to J Mac. You know, I respect J Mac. I always like his opinion because but he's a little bit off target when it comes to Bud. You can't tell him shit about Bud. I'm just telling y'all right now, when it comes down to that time when Virgil Ortiz and Bud Crawford fight, Virgil Ortiz is knocking his ass out. And that's just what it is. And I forgot to mention, I like Naka. She was very knowledgeable. Any woman that can go on for 2 or 3 minutes about Joet Gonzalez, like that's a very knowledgeable boxing fan. Anybody, Mormon, man, alien, whoever. If you could talk about Joet Gonzalez in depth for 2-3 minutes, that's impressive. But with her saying that they don't have that Shakur don't have a nutritionist and he don't have a strength and conditioning coach, and he still go out there and dominate. Dominate here, and she got no choice but to acknowledge him as an elite talent because that's what he is. Mm-hmm. I expect domination. You know what I'm saying? I expect full domination next week. Hey, you know what? Ness is a known name serial killer. You know what I'm saying? He knows to fuck up somebody's name. He doesn't. But today was the greatest one I think I've ever heard. He said we got Mikey Garcia versus Sandor Martinez, bro. I almost died. I was at work.
What's his name?
Crying laughing. His name is Sandor Martin. This man said Sandor Martinez. You know what I'm saying? Martin. Actually, his name is Martin Sandor. And this says Sandor Martinez. Hey, I was at work. People thinking like I was
You gotta do something for me to know you, man. You can't just be in a fight with a
you can't just you can't say Sandor Martinez when his name is Martin Sandor, bro. That was so far off. I was literally crying.
That's what you gotta do. You gotta teach them how to get their name out there, or they forever gonna be Sandor Martinez.
Oh yeah, so that's Miss Hamanism. Okay, I feel you. I hear you.
Yeah,
that's my cause.
Hell yeah, you gotta do something. And his name is Sandor Martin on the betting site. Let me tell you, all right. So I made him a Latino so they could get a Mexican fight versus Puerto Rican. You know what I'm saying? I called them Martinez. You know what I mean? But that is everybody except Intrigue. Slid in. What up?
Intrigue.
I said this bitch on fire hotter than a throwaway. I need my money now. No extra days. Your time's up, goons ready. Ain't no other way. It ain't no other way. That's all I got. I say what I mean, do what I say. I bring my chopper, bullets don't spray. If you cross, you better look both ways.
Better look both ways. Chill, chill.
What's good,
What
Master
up?
Dooney? Chilling, man. Listen to this crazy talk. But good show, man. Good show. Where to even begin? Boots. I guess since Line 6 wasn't on the show today, so I got to get back to defending Boots. Boots will knock out Virgil Ortiz. Knock out Bud. Knock out all them welterweights, man. You know what I mean? Just give him about 2 years. You know what I mean? He going to be running that division. He going to be the one welterweight that move up, fight at 154, possibly fight at a higher weight class of 154 and do his thing, man. He the only one. If Virgil end up beating them dudes, he can do it too. He got the body frame to move up. But Boots will be that guy. He'll be the one. It ain't going to be Bud fighting Canelo. It ain't going to be Spence fighting Canelo. It's going to be Boots fighting Canelo. That's who's going to fight Canelo. But what else y'all was talking about? What's his name? Navarrete. That's who I'm betting on.
Navarrete.
Yeah, Navarrete. Yeah, I'm betting on him. I'm betting on Hearn.
Via what?
You know, I got money in my little way. I've been betting on for years. It's Bovada.
No. What I'm saying is, how are you betting him, by knockout or decision?
Oh. I don't know, because the fight props is not out yet. So I don't know. I probably do both. You know what I mean? I probably do straight. I probably do parlay full of straights. Then I probably do a parlay full of maybe a knockout for old boy, and then straight on the other fights. You know, I do combination of different things. I just got to see what it's looking like. But yeah, man, I came back from Vegas, man. I was tired out, man. I thought Vegas was gonna have, you know what I mean, some good like betting odds and stuff, man. It ain't even no use to even bet in Vegas. It's best just to bet online, man. You can't even do parlays with fight props. That killed me, bro. I was like, man, what? You can't do no parlays? So I guess they just in the business of making the money, man. They ain't giving you the options like they got online. Yeah. But shoot, man, that's what's up, man. Y'all keep doing y'all thing. I'll holler at y'all tomorrow.
All right.
Vamos, campeón.
Nas GTO, Instagram and Twitter. Catch us on the next one.
Próxima. You already know Alex_Doomsday_LAINEZ on IG. And this is the Boxing Voice. Nestor Gibbs, yours truly, the Doomatron. We'll be back tomorrow. This is the flagship show. Unless somebody just popped on in. We're out of here. Have a good night. Be blessed.
Be blessed. Yes. Peace.